show.
I can't wait to listen to you guys in the morning. I am laughing my bleep off every morning.
Das Kempinski-Taschenberg Paledi-Kernmeiber. Mein Name ist Robin Hansen.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh yeah, welcome to your Wednesday, and here we go, back at it again on KROQ. Good morning. How the hell goes it? I'm Klein, there's Allie.
Hello.
Jake the Nerd somewhere.
What's up?
DJ Omar Khan, no está aquí hoy, but in the back room you got Postmaster Johnny and Vanessa actively taking your calls at 800-520-1067. Of course, if you don't want to call us live, interact with the show, win yourself some prizes. We start with cash in a few moments, and then we got tickets for KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas, including your first opportunity to win 4 on the floor if you join us for the returned and third annual Search for America's Weirdest Relative, which kicks off later this morning.
Yeah, and we were getting all kinds of submissions, and it just kind of proves how weird is different for everyone.
Someone has reached out to us on the Instagram to let us know that they have an adult cousin, a 30-year-old cousin that wears a diaper by choice. Now, if this person is real and if they're able to join us, that
He is your hero.
That could be a front runner and potentially the winner for America's Weirdest Relative. But every year,
Yeah, what was your invention?
Well, my invention is rock pants, which is just. It's still diaper. They're just diapers, but we just have to change the name because if you're at a concert and you don't want to miss anything, and you say I'm wearing a diaper, people will make fun of you.
Nothing more rock and roll than diapers.
But that's why, because it's got a bad name. But if you say, get your rock pants on, it's going to be a long show, people go, all right, hell yeah,
So
rock
Jake,
pants.
it's all about branding, rebranding.
Branding, baby.
You know, it's not like Klein's the first person to do canned wine, but when it's all, sparkling and pie wine and stuff,
Right.
and it's like pizza's new side piece.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
really taking off,
You know what I
isn't it?
mean? He's doing the same with diapers.
Yeah, how'd that do on Shark Tank?
Don't worry about how it did on Shark Tank, okay? That's not the be-all, end-all, okay? Just so you know. Sometimes people go in there with
That's
the goal.
what losers say.
A lot of people want to hear 5 no's in a row from the Sharks, okay? And you don't even know what was edited out. I was in that tank for an hour and a half, and a lot of it
You got
got...
your rock pants on?
Yeah, I sure did. I had to wear my rock pants in there. Had to.
We're success stories over here.
That's right. This is a 4-hour success story every morning, and you're a part of it. If you'd like to join us, there's lots of ways to get involved. And I hope you're feeling well rested today, because if you're just joining us this week, we're in the middle of the Sleeper Bowl. It is our way of testing a bunch of different theories that are supposed to help us sleep better, since we are all a sleep-deprived nation. And I think everyone looks forward to that post-Thanksgiving sleep when you've eaten food all day and you're all tryptophaned out. And a lot of people look forward to that sleeping in on that Friday, that Black Friday, although others just like to go out to the stores and trample each other. Someone did test the theory last night. Remember, we all tried the Navy SEAL method of falling asleep, and we'll talk about our results a little bit later. But a listener did want to start the show by letting us know that we were responsible for giving them one of their best sleeps ever.
Hey, Klein and Allie. Just woke up. I did the Navy SEAL thing where you put your legs above your head, and it worked. And it did work. I did combine that with 3 glasses of wine, but nevertheless, success.
Okay. Well, if you add 3 glasses of wine to any of our methods, they're going to be
all
better.
of these methods work with
Right.
a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
That should just be the method.
Right.
I
Yeah.
love that method. It's my favorite one so far.
3 bottles of wine, I passed out like a baby. We'll get into today's show completely next right here on KROQ. Good morning. do you consider yourself a decent person? Do you consider yourself a good person, an average person, a bad person, or perhaps you're doing what a lot of people are doing as we creep near the end of the year, and you are starting to make up for what was probably not a great 2024, so you're trying to do more good deeds now, thinking that you can sneak in some goodness before the end of the year. And if you're wondering why in the last 2 weeks, Allie has attempted to stop car break-ins at the bottom of a hiking trail, why I followed a slow-speed hit-and-run case.
We're trying to be heroic before the end of the year.
I just saw this, Allie, but apparently, survey out, says more Americans now are squeezing in good deeds before the end of the year to try to make up for not doing anything good in the entire 2024. They think if they squeeze in a few good deeds now,
Then what? Santa's going to bring them more presents?
Exactly.
it'll even out the year. Maybe karma, maybe it'll even out the year where they'll look back at 24 and they go, yeah, I was kind of selfish for 9 of the months, 10 of the months, but then there was that time I tried to save that dog statue.
Well, I think that the end of the year always makes you reflect a little bit on what you accomplished or didn't accomplish. And then when you start thinking about how self-absorbed we all are and how we're really just doing things for the betterment of ourselves or the immediate circle around us, you're kind of like, huh.
Yeah.
And then holidays make you think of extending kindness to other people, right, that maybe don't have it as good as you do. So then you start thinking about that and you're like, man, I am an asshole.
Well, also, I think our memory is pretty short-term these days. It's hard to remember anything. A lot of that's weed, but a lot of that's just also constant scrolling. Our brain's all rewired. So it's very possible that if you look back at this year, you won't remember anything except for what happens kind of November, December. That is the year. Like,
I can't remember January.
Right. I get like pictures that'll pop up on my phone, and I'll be like, oh my God, where's that picture from? And it'll be like 4 weeks ago.
I'm just
like,
thankful
what?
that
Really?
my phone can tell me about my life.
It's great. Although every once in a while,
I don't remember.
Every once in a while, it's I don't know how it does it on the iPhone, but it will show like a bunch of pictures of like my kids, but then it'll put really sad music behind it, and it'll all be black and white, and it's like I'm watching a weird like living tribute or
like
something.
an in memoriam of your children.
Yeah. I'm like in such a bummed out mood. I'm like, did something go on today at the school bus that I don't know
they
about?
have that like crossfade thing that makes it so dramatic.
Yeah.
But they do that to entice you to keep going through your pictures and being like, whoa, and then send it to each other and be like, remember this, remember that, and it's supposed to be all heartfelt.
Yeah, I hate it because I got one yesterday and it was exactly 10 years ago. For some reason, I don't once again know the algorithm they figure out, but they're just going through, and as we learned yesterday, I have 52,000 pictures on my phone, so they've got no shortage to pick from. And it was exactly 10 years ago, and it was like November 19th, 2014. And some of the pictures you look at, and I think it's constantly judging yourself, going, "Do I look? How much worse do I look now than then?"
Or if
it's
there's
rarely the opposite. Like Apple should be smart enough to only put pictures where you look, because they know what we look like now. Obviously, they could figure out
like face recognition.
Right, they have face recognition. So do us a favor for our own self-esteem, mental health, whatever.
Or like Photoshop AI it.
Yeah,
tell me, show me a better version of myself.
Right. Well, or if you're going to go from 10 years ago, add some weight or do some stuff where I can look at it and go, huh, I look better now than I did 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah. That's every picture for me.
Oh, you think you look better now than 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Why? 10 years ago, was that when you were at your fattest?
I think so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So then when those come up, like on Facebook or whatever, I'm like, oh, good.
Allie's on Facebook.
But
many.
What's great is when they'll give you like a recap of like a year or a location or something, and then they accidentally group in an unrelated picture. Like it'll be, your family and you at Disneyland or whatever, and then it's like some guy on a motorcycle with his ass hanging out that I took a picture of.
Yeah,
those are the important ones.
And this, and I'm like, I remember that.
Yeah, I got serviced this slideshow the other day, and it said like together, and it was all pictures of my two kids together when they were like young babies. It was cute, and I was looking at it, and then randomly there was a picture of a dirty poop-filled diaper that we had to send to a doctor to try to figure out what was going on. And it just showed up.
And the music is like,
yeah. And I was like, wow, that really ruined everything. I was like, man, the time has gone. If you'd like $100 of easy money, all you got to do, and this could be one of those moments where you go, this is the moment I'll think back on. When I think back to 2024 as a year, I'll remember the time I called KROQ. I've never done it before. I went toe-to-toe with Allie, the living, breathing lesbian, and took $100 of her cash right before her very eyes. El Cheapo hates paying the people, but she will do it if you answer these questions better than she can. 5 of them right here, all about stuff The answers are in the news. I'm telling you right now, you can do 5 minutes of research and probably win this game.
Yep.
And all you got to do is get on the phone now. 800-520-1067. We'll be right back with your first round of Allie Knows the News and Pay the People next.
It's beginning to look a lot like
The 33rd annual KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas, Saturday, December 14th, Kia Forum.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Hey, it's Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins. All day on KROQ. Win tickets to see us.
This is Jim from Jimmy Eat World.
Hi, it's Nick from 311.
Hey, it's Jacob Noel of Sublime.
KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas.
AWOL Nation, Beck, Franz Ferdinand, Baby, and Linda Lindas.
We'll tell you a song to listen for. Hear it, and caller 20 wins tickets to the 33rd annual KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas.
Presented by Gain.
Proceeds benefit Carlos Ninos and Al Wooten Jr. Youth Center. From Monster Tour Water, straight up water, nothing else. Visit monstertourwater.com to find a store near you.
That's the sound of you getting $100 richer. We do it every morning right around this time. If you're new to the show, nice to meet you. We are Klein Alley Show on KROQ, and we like to pay the people. It's a great way to start the day with an extra $100, like putting on a pair of pants you haven't worn in a while, reaching into the pocket and being like, what is this? Oh, sweet. It's $100. Enough money to get you a ticket to KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas. Of course, you can win those tickets from us later this morning and throughout the day on KROQ, or go buy them at Ticketmaster.com. But if you win $100 right now, that's a good place to spend it. It's time for Allie Knows the News.
Current affairs, we give you clues. Let's find out if Allie knows the news.
5 questions every morning. Ties go to the house. She will be sequestered. George in Glendale, we give you a shot at it this morning. Good morning. How goes it?
Good morning, guys. Sweet Divots.
Sweet Divots. You
Sweet
feeling
Divots.
smart, stupid, tired? What are you feeling?
Tired.
Tired. Got it. Allie's going to leave the KROQ studios, sequester herself far, far away. Your round of Allie Knows the News will begin the second she leaves the studio. So let's go, George. Time to pay the people. Here we go.
Allie knows the news.
She didn't hear that, but I will let her know when she returns that he made her sweet truck moving noise as she walked out of the studio. Very funny. Appreciate you, George. Thank you. You sound like a long time or at least a regular listener to the show, and we cannot thank you enough for that. We go to question number 1. This SoCal pizza chain is now expanding nationwide, so it's going coast to coast. Which SoCal pizza chain is now making the move national?
SoCal pizza chain. Let's go with Little Mamas and Papas.
Little Mamas and Papas with that jumbo pizza they offer. Go to question number 2. A thief in L.A. that stole $166,000 is facing life. What did he steal the $166,000 from?
Let's go baby oil from Diddy.
Baby oil, $166,000 worth of baby oil from Diddy. Go to question number 3. According to Campbell's, this is California's favorite Thanksgiving side dish.
Side dish, let's go mashed potatoes.
Question 4. You'll soon be able to get burgers from this burger joint on Delta flights. If you fly Delta and you like these types of hamburgers, good news for you, they are collabing. Which burgers will be available soon on Delta flights?
Oh, wow. In-N-Out.
And finally, Netflix is being sued in a class action lawsuit as a result of the Tyson-Jake Paul fight. But what is the reason that they're being sued?
Because they couldn't stream the fight. It was lagging too much.
All right. Good answers. Let's bring Allie in. We'll score it together. You got quite a few points there. Don't say anything else. You didn't do horrible. Don't talk bad about yourself, George. Let us talk bad about you.
That's our job.
That's our job. You talk good about yourself, and then we shame you.
Hello.
Allie, you didn't hear it, but when you were leaving, he made your beeping sounds like you were a truck
Oh,
leaving
great.
the studio.
Some things never change.
Question number 1. This SoCal pizza chain is expanding nationwide.
Fresh Brothers.
Okay. He said Big Mamas and Papas. The correct answer, though, is Fresh Brothers, which I didn't even realize was a SoCal pizza
Me
chain.
neither. I just thought it was a generic pizza
But
chain. I've never
apparently
had it.
It started here, and now they're going nationwide, and congratulations, Fresh Brothers. Go to question number 2. Allie's up 1-0. A thief in L.A. that stole $166,000 is now facing life in prison, but what did he steal the $166,000 from?
I believe it was an armored car.
This guy committed my dream crime, the armored car robbery. He got $166,000. I think he thought he got away with it, too, until he finally got busted, but that is correct.
That's usually how it happens.
Well, sometimes they don't get away with it at all. I mean,
Sometimes they get caught in the middle.
Yeah, at least you want the fun of being able to spend some of that money before you get busted. You don't want to immediately get caught. But we go to question number 3. Allie's up 2-0. Question 3. According to Campbell's, this is California's favorite Thanksgiving side dish.
Stuffing? I would hope.
Ooh, that is where you took your first big fall. He said mashed potatoes, and he's absolutely right.
Damn.
So now it is 2-1. Allie's still in lead with 2 questions left, but let's go. Turnaround time for George. Go to question number 4. You'll soon be able to get burgers from this burger place on Delta flights. Delta has teamed up with this burger place, and you can get one of these burgers on a Delta flight coming soon.
That would be Shake Shack, I believe.
Okay. He said In-N-Out. The correct answer, though, is Shake Shack.
Wouldn't it be great, though, if an entire plane smelled like In-N-Out?
Well, I'll tell you what, all you need is one person that stops at the In-N-Out by LAX and brings it on, and the entire plane will smell like In-N-Out. And then it's incredibly frustrating because you don't have In-N-Out.
Yeah, you're just like, who has it?
So that
is
is
it 13F?
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to bring In-N-Out on a flight, bring enough for everyone. And we go to question number 5. No comeback for you, George, but here we go. We'll score it anyway. Netflix is being sued in a class action lawsuit as a result of the Tyson-Jake Paul fight. But what is the reason that they're being sued?
I think it's just because of the streaming problems.
Okay. He said that as well. Lagging, buffering, and that is absolutely correct. So who knows? If you can prove that your night was ruined or your life was altered because of buffering while you were trying to watch that fight last Friday, good news. You could be getting some free money or maybe even a free month of Netflix.
I think some people, though, they thought it was buffering, but it was really just Mike Tyson.
It was just Mike Tyson biting his glove, walking around. Those nipples look buffering.
He's moving really slow. Must be the internet connection.
Hey, George, listen, you did decent. Unfortunately, what must you shamefully admit over the airwaves of KROQ right now?
Man, this is George from Glendale, and Ali knows the news.
Beep,
Poogers.
Beep, Poogers does know the news. Thanks for playing. Tomorrow morning, right around this time, you'll have another shot at that same $100 on a Thrifty Thursday here at KROQ. Jimmy Eat World, one of the many KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas bands, and your tickets will be coming up later this morning. Lock in and win right here on KROQ. Someone gets it on the text line. I don't bring In-N-Out on planes anymore because of torturing people. Pick up a giant Jersey Mike sub instead, and that's someone that has some self-awareness. Because maybe you're in the mood for the In-N-Out, and who isn't, right? But the idea that you watch people as they sniff around, because everyone has that sniff going, man, it smells damn good. And then even if you get on the plane and you're not hungry, like a lot of times I'll get on the plane, I'm actually shockingly not hungry.
Or you just don't want the inconvenience of eating on the plane.
Right, but
I'll just save this for when I land.
No, but I smell. I'm saying if I sit there and I'm not hungry, but I smell someone else, all of a sudden then I'm like ravenous. I'm like, God damn, now I'm stuck in this metal tube and I got nothing and they're sitting there eating a double-double.
Yeah, but I also think that I love Jersey Mike's, and if I see somebody have that too, even if I can't smell it, I feel the same way. I'm like, oh, I want a Jersey Mike's.
People should have to put on like those feed bags like horses wear, where you can't even see them, like go to town. Can't see them or smell them. It's just quiet. They should be like. They should take one of the bathrooms on the planes and just make that like an
eating room.
An eating room.
Oh, that'd be great. Then I'd bring food all the time. I get my own eating room.
Well, you wouldn't get your own eating room. It'd be a shared eating room. You have to wait for someone to leave for someone else to go in. But at least like then, people could just kind of do their eating on the plane without rubbing it in everyone's face. It doesn't have anything.
You'd have to have a time limit though.
I stay in there.
Probably be right next to the bathroom too. Gross.
Speaking of eating, guys, we are exactly 1 week and 1 day away from the biggest feast of the year. If you're a Thanksgiving fan, it's that time. Some people, believe it or not, have already started. I can't even believe it. I'm saying this. Some people have already, quote, started their prep for the big meal. Whatever that means, I don't know who these people are. They're cutting loaves of bread cube by cube to make stuffing. But they want to warn everyone that, once again, there are a lot of dangers associated with Thanksgiving. And it's not just that your turkey deep fryer is going to catch fire and your house is going to explode. That's kind of the big fun one. But the real one that's going to probably take you down on Thanksgiving is this.
Thanksgiving will be here soon. Gosh, said just 17 days away. Oh, wow. And many of us will spend hours preparing a turkey dinner.
Now, one thing you don't want to bring to the holiday table is food poisoning. And
good old-fashioned food poisoning.
I disagree. That makes it very unpredictable and fun.
But this is the thing that happens whenever you get a lot of people together and someone that's maybe not a regular cook decides they're going to do a lot of stuff that they don't normally do, and food's sitting around because that's what happens. No one times it well, so something's just been sitting on the table for 4 hours, 5 hours, or sits on the counter all night, and then you end up getting high and come back in. You're like, whoa, big bowl of stuffing, and start going to town again.
Or you try to do something healthy, and that's all the stuff that has E. coli.
So this is what they're warning everyone about, that food poisoning is always the number one, above knife injuries. People do cut themselves, people do burn themselves, but it's the food poisoning that will probably take you down.
It's food poisoning. And this morning, Derek Dice is teaming up with Consumer Reports to reveal one thing that many of us get wrong that could make our guests seriously sick.
That would be a terrible...
She sounds so happy about it.
I know, she is excited about it.
And my mother-in-law would finally be dead.
What a psychopath.
Violent vomiting.
Rinsing off the bird. It's what many of us do with our Thanksgiving turkeys before they hit the oven. But spoiler alert, according to Consumer Reports and the USDA, rinsing won't make your poultry any safer. In fact, you may be doing more harm than good.
Whoa.
It's like a number one thing. I see people do it all the time. You take it out of that... take that turkey out of that, whatever that gross shrink wrap is.
And it's got that slime all over it.
Slime and blood and weird guts and stuff. So your first thought is like, I eat this at some point. I got to rinse this thing off.
Right.
It looks terrible.
But this, I will say, is another thing that I never do that now they're saying I'm right.
Rinsing raw poultry won't eliminate salmonella or other harmful bacteria that can make you sick. Only cooking it to 165 degrees can do that. However, what rinsing will do is increase the chances of cross-contamination in your kitchen.
There you go.
Nice. That's what it's all about.
Love some good cross-contamination.
That means you get all that grossness from that raw turkey on everything because you've rinsed it now. And then you're
going to put it on your cutting board or a different plate that you're going to use later for something else.
So at the end of the night, when everyone starts vomiting all over the gravy boat, you're trying to figure out what happened.
But the chicken and turkey were clean.
Yeah, everything was clean, but it was the cross-contamination, the silent killer.
That's because bacteria can easily spread to the sink, faucet, countertop, you name it. It's something home cook Marina Farrow has known for years.
If all of her quotes was just her vomiting.
Poor Marina Farrow.
She said every year for 7 years.
I don't like washing a turkey because I'm very scared of contamination. I don't like to put it in the sink. I don't like to splash anything because it just gets everywhere.
So how should you prep your turkey? First, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds with soap and warm water.
Oh, that old sing-song.
Yeah, Allie's not doing that.
Stupid.
Let's see how many of these things Allie agrees with. The first 20 seconds of washing before you handle it, zero chance, right?
Nope.
Right, because all that gets cooked off anyway.
If I have just changed a poop diaper or something, I'll rinse and maybe use some soap.
So nice. Who wants to go to Allie's house, huh?
If you want to remove that raw turkey slime, pat the bird with a damp paper towel, discard it, and then immediately wash your hands again.
Oh.
Double wash.
I didn't do the first one. I'm not going to do the second one.
What am I, a surgeon?
Totally.
And everyone knows that damp paper towel is perfect for the dog. Once you've patted that turkey slime off, the dog loves that treat.
And
right?
you just blot the slime with one side of the paper towel so that you can use the other side of the paper towel.
Reuse the other side later.
Mm-hmm.
while you're eating to blot your face,
True.
right?
And then
I season it the way I want it, and I put it into the tray, and it goes into the oven.
And here's another warning. Be careful of those spice containers. Research has shown they can be covered in bacteria, which can easily spread to your hands and then the food you're preparing.
Yep. That's right.
The little spice containers?
Yeah, because you're touching the raw bird, and then you're like, oh, let me pick up some seasoning salt, sprinkle, and then you've got
So all the bacteria is like seeping into the container?
It's all on the outsides. It's all just covered in grossness. Everything's gross. If you were to go in there with like Inside Edition with their little black light technology, like they do at all those hotel rooms covered in jizz, and they started going around your kitchen on Thanksgiving, they would probably find every surface is contaminated with something bad.
That's dirtier than your toilet, always.
Of course, always.
To play it safe, Consumer Reports recommends pouring seasonings into a separate dish beforehand and discard what you don't use.
Oh, my God. What? That is a waste.
Not happening.
Look, yeah, that is not happening. I'm not wasting spices. I'm not washing another stupid dish. I'm not going to create a whole other bowl of spices that I'm then going to pick up and sprinkle like I'm a stupid Michelin star chef.
You know who's going to win the fight for a TV at Walmart later that night? The guy who is throwing up on the other guy. That's who's going to win.
That's
so you
true.
go into Walmart with a little bit of vomit in your
That's
system.
ammo.
That right there is called fighting power.
You might also want to wipe down the containers after use. And don't forget to wash your hands before and after you check that online recipe.
Oh,
What?
Because now they're saying if you're constantly Googling or TikToking or trying to figure out what to make, you're touching your phone, which is also covered in disgusting feces and everything else.
Yes, and then I get the turkey slime on the phone as well.
Research has found your phone may be teeming with bacteria that can travel to everything you touch, including food. Be mindful of your sponges, too.
Oh, my God. Shut up, you.
I mean, they're really ruining Thanksgiving, huh? These guys. Not a lot of fun over here.
Them
No
in the
wonder people are
dishwasher or
prepping like
microwave
17
wet
days in
ones
advance.
for 1 minute. And if they start to smell, that's your cue to throw them away.
All right, Allie, got to throw you away.
That guy in the background
You gotta
going, all right, enough of this.
All right, you've ruined everything. All right.
I would like to go sanitize and bleach my entire kitchen after
Right now.
watching that.
Yeah.
Right now, before Thanksgiving even starts.
Good plan. Yeah. She's got to go.
Yeah.
And then I got to go.
All right, great. Wow. Sounds like they all got it.
And now we got to go.
And now we got to go. So there you go. Every part of Thanksgiving is covered in germs. That's a beautiful thing to think about, right?
You're going to be washing your hands 17,000 times.
It's an
They'll be raw.
OCD Thanksgiving this year on the world famous KROQ. KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. Lots going on this morning. The search is on for America's Weirdest Relative. You may think you have it. Everyone goes home for Thanksgiving at some point and goes, man, my family is so weird. Especially my uncle. That aunt is always strange. That cousin is very weird today. It's an opportunity for you to prove it. That'll be coming up a little bit later. The grand prize, if you are chosen to have the weirdest relative in all of America, you will get yourself 4 on the floor. Your entire weird family will get to go to KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas right there on the floor, up front by the big bands, and you will be there. You don't have to bring your family. If you win, you can take those tickets and bring friends. But it's 4 on the floor. That's the grand prize for if you are the person that brings us America's Weirdest Relative. And that'll start later this morning, so start thinking. Start going up your family tree. Think of all the things that have happened over the years with relatives. I was listening back and remembering some of the stories we heard years past from winning relatives that were just a variety of strange for very different reasons.
And from the ultimate weird relative, your Uncle Leslie.
I just found out a new bit of information about my weird Uncle Leslie. And apparently he found out how he's going to die.
Did one of the ghosts tell him in the ghost box?
No, he goes to a few different psychics and mediums.
That is amazing. On a regular basis?
Regular basis. But I think some of them have told him they don't want to talk to him anymore.
Please stop coming.
Yeah, he actually got, I think, a few different ones have told him they're done. They won't. And what psychic is ever going to turn away business?
Oh,
no
my
one,
God.
right?
I know. They get like 2 people a day, some of those.
So I guess he claims it's because he's too powerful and it's hard for it's hard for them to like.
It's like overwhelming with his energy.
But then he found out from one of the psychics that he was going to that he will die because of a meteor. A meteor strike is going to be the thing that takes him out.
Wishful thinking for her.
Right. And
she's like, you're going to die. All right, well, I won't see you next week, right?
So he's now convinced that that's what's going to end up taking him out. And so as a result, he's gotten very concerned at monitoring, what's happening up above because he thinks that that's going to be his game over.
Dude,
and he's
it's
convinced
going to be a meteor.
A meteor, which the odds
that'll
are
only hit him.
I don't know if it'll take out a lot of people. I mean, he lives in Northwest. He's in Seattle, so maybe it takes out a big chunk. But that's his biggest concern. But
he doesn't know when.
I doesn't know when. And on the flip side, it's interesting because now he also doesn't feel the need to do anything else to remain healthy or safe because he's like, whatever. I'll just keep eating. I'm not going to have a heart attack. I'm going to die from a meteor, so I'll just keep eating cheeseburgers. So anyway, it's a whole thing. But
I mean, doesn't it kind of make sense, though, what he's saying?
If you think that you have the weirdest relative, you'll have an opportunity to start sharing with us today. And this competition will go on through the next, up until pretty much the day before Thanksgiving, where we will crown America's weirdest relative. Quick break. We'll be back in a second. But first, this commercial about the Odyssey app and why you should listen to our show only on the Odyssey app.
Hello, you guys. I'm just calling to let you know that the Odyssey app really, really, really sucks today. I've been trying to listen to it for the past hour, and it's not going through. So tell Odyssey that they can eat my
It is getting really, really, really hard to listen to your show. Not because of content or anything. Actually having the ability to listen to it through the Odyssey app.
Oh my God.
Download today. Thank you.
Why?
How would you like to live forever? Maybe you don't want to, but at least you'd love the secret, so you could live forever if you choose. That's what it's all about these days. And every week on the show, we check in with another old person that lived to 105, 107, 115, because they got a secret. We've never heard the same secret twice, which makes us think the old people are trying to sabotage, want to kill us off in our prime so they can get all the glory. Here's a tease, Allie, because we're going to get to a brand new old people secrets in a moment, but this is the woman that will be delivering the secret.
Well, if I give out my birthday to people.
Oh, my Lord.
So get ready, because it's not always easy. We need translation. If you're listening, listen closely. Turn the volume up. And let's go ahead and figure out how we can live together forever with this brand new Old People Secrets.
From chicken brain to drinking rain, not getting laid. They call me the barmaid.
They call me the barmaid.
That's right. Let's live forever with Sweet Dibbit. Time for some old people
secret. Johnny Cash, thanks for the song. Let's get to it. Let's meet the woman, then we'll go ahead and guess the secret. You're more than welcome to play along.
Most of us look forward to retirement, spending our golden years traveling or just hanging with the grandkids. But one Memphis great-grandmother is getting ready to celebrate her 100th birthday and still taking appointments.
Oh, no.
That's
Is that her
hips.
body?
That's her hips, yeah. It's moving around.
Oil her up, man.
That's her crossing her legs.
We got to oil her down. She, listen, she's 100.
She's frozen in a garden.
I work because this is what I've enjoyed doing all my life.
Now, this is one of those sad stories. It's supposed
Heart
to be
surgery. That's right. I'm still doing it.
It's supposed to be inspirational, but it really seems sad. She's 100, she's about to turn 100, and she's still working every day.
From a little girl, I always loved messing with my sister's hair. They had beautiful hair.
Oh, my God.
And I always enjoyed doing this.
She's a hairstylist, and she's 100. And would you let anyone who was at that age,
Nope.
shaky, etc.,
Absolutely
handle
not.
scissors by your eyes, ears, head, etc.?
No, and I've even done my own hair and done a horrible job, and I would still rather give myself another haircut than let this woman do
Yeah,
it.
and we've seen Allie's haircut she gave herself. It was the most regrettable mullet in the history of hair.
I wish I could say a 100-year-old did it, but it was me.
You should change the story. Just and that way everyone will make fun of you, and then you go, you know what? I supported this woman.
Callie Terrell loves making women look and feel good.
Hey, look, we can all
With the
get...
same hairstyle. That's what I think when someone's like a really old hairstylist, they have like 5 things
Right.
that they can do, and they just never change.
You're getting a gray afro. You're getting a gray afro. And my grandma had the biggest gray afro. And every time she would go and say, I got my hair done again, I'm like, Grandma, it's a gray afro.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a big puffy gray thing.
It's the Golden Girls haircut.
Right.
It feel good. Oh, when I do it again, maybe pay more.
So this is going to be tough to figure out the secret because, as always, the old people are kind of hard to figure out. But I think that's part of the magic of the old people's secret is that you feel like you're deciphering a code.
Yeah, I know. It's
So
like
here
the
we
Da
go.
Vinci Code for old people.
Here's just a little bit more about her, and then we'll lock in on what we believe her secret is.
Mrs. Terrell now only works to keep busy and to satisfy a few longtime customers like her daughter, Inez. She's 99 years old and anxiously awaiting her 100th birthday in November.
That's so tough for her daughter.
To say I don't want to get my hair cut anymore with you, Mom. I know.
It's just
I know.
like, my mom's been cutting my hair for 60 years or whatever.
She probably goes to another place right after to get it fixed.
get it fixed.
Right.
And if I give out my birthday to people, you have to pay for it. 100. How about that?
I don't know what that was. I think it's a joke, but
That's another thing that I love when they do these interviews. If they try and make them sound funny, because
Yeah.
it makes them sound like they're sharp
That's how
and
she
cool.
charges for a haircut.
oh, is that what she was trying to
I
say?
thought she was whoring herself out.
Well,
Like,
I didn't.
you know,
I didn't
hey,
understand. Yeah, what was she
you
saying?
got to pay for it.
Pay for 100. 100. So everything's 100 now.
How about that?
Her zeal for life is amazing.
By the way,
and so-
imagine 45 minutes of that while you're getting your haircut.
Jesus.
I have to give them back.
Her zeal for
charge
life
people
is
Can you cut my ears off while you're at it?
amazing, and so is her work ethic. She rents space in a salon now, but once had her own thriving business.
Now, this is the saddest part of the story. I want to warn you.
There is no salon.
She hasn't left her room in 6 years. This whole thing is a figment of her imagination.
Wow, it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Everyone's playing
Right
along.
in your
Hi,
head.
come on in. That'll be $39.50.
It's really a sad,
Here you go.
sad story. Yeah, and then they hand her a couple buttons, and she goes, "Thank you for my
A
payment."
tip. Oh.
She's outlived almost all of her customers.
Oh, God.
This is sad.
Because she
now.
got shaky with the scissors.
Yeah, they all died of stabbing wounds in their necks.
People my age that I used to buddy with, I don't have a single one. I was in a bridge club. I'm the only one in the club that's living.
So you got to start
Wait,
looking
so
at her.
how do you play bridge? You're just one person.
It's
It's a
just
bridge
her.
to the afterlife.
That's yeah, the
rainbow bridge.
That's right. All right, so here we go. It's time for the secret now. We've learned a little bit about her, Allie. Here's what they say.
All right.
Work is part of her secret to longevity.
Just part of it, though. What is the rest of the secret? Okay, you want to live forever? You got to think like the elderly. They know the secret. What is it?
I think she wants good conversation. I bet she chats it up with all of her clients, or used to, and that's what makes her feel young and cool and happy.
All right. Good conversation. Omar, what's her secret?
Yeah, working, staying busy, but also, just listen to her positivity. You have to have a positive outlook on life.
Yeah, the old people love saying that. Oh, Jake the Nerd, what's her secret?
I gotta stay young at heart.
Okay. Thank you, Jake. He waits all week to do his old person impression.
Yes, give impressions.
I think he set the same. Pull the clips of him doing just as old people.
Oh my God!
things.
It's always back-to-back secrets.
It's always the same.
Good family.
He puts no thought into his actual guess. He just puts his thought into the
I think
impression.
sometimes he just grumbles,
Yeah.
and we're like, okay.
This is what she said.
I'm not used to just being up in the house. See, I work so long. I've just been around people. So I enjoy being with people and doing something exciting.
See?
There you go. Being around
I was
people.
sound just like her.
Yeah, you almost nailed it.
You kind of did.
All right, that's it. We'll take a quick break. Now you can live forever. Just be around people, and you'll live until you're very old. Except it sounds like all the people she was around are dead now, which is a weird thing. 'Cause every group she was a part of.
I know.
My clients, my bridge club, they're all dead. So
Exactly.
Netflix,
She's the only one left.
looking at this woman, I think she could have a suspicious past. KROQ, your Klein Alley show. We got your ADD news to get to now. First look at what's going on in the world. Then we'll get into a brand new hour complete with a petty claims court. Oh, it's a couple. Their relationship hangs in the balance. You will help determine, do they stay together or break up forever? And as you know, in these petty claims courts, as we heard yesterday from that message on the GOAT line, sometimes it will alter the course of the relationship, not necessarily in a we're breaking up sort of way, but as we learned yesterday, this guy won petty claims court on our show, and now his wife is giving him an extra $30 a month of allowance, which still sounds really sad, but for him, it was a life-changing victory. So
And for us, we just want to take the tiny wins in life, right?
that's all we can do around here. We're not looking for big wins because we're not getting big wins. So we're looking for these tiny little wins. Petty claims court is coming up next hour, but first, your news. Nope. Hold on. First, your news. There you go. Vanessa, what are you yelling in my ear? Hold on.
Is the FCC okay with me saying?
I was yelling,
good to
flip
know.
your phone
Flip my phone?
to the other side.
Why? Okay. It's unnecessary. I mean, I'm trying to focus
There's
on
so
the
much phones.
There's like so many yappings going on here. Just trying to keep.
First of all, I did it when I thought ADD News sound was gonna go. I thought that was the perfect moment, but then the song hit. So
Are you saying everyone on the live stream can see what's on Klein's phone?
Yeah, and I'm protecting.
It's fine. I'm not doing it. You know
what are you doing on there?
Zero important stuff.
Are you sexting? Are
I
you trying to
wish.
do your weird sexting scenarios again?
The last-
Hey, I'm in LA for a week.
The last thing I sent was Allie's about to start the news. What a bore.
All right, hold it up
Are
for
you
the
sure
camera.
it was B bore?
No, excuse me. And I sent that to Jake, by the way. Just let him know.
All right. Is Jay Leno cursed? You may remember not that long ago he had a freak accident in his car shop, set his face on fire. Before that, he had a bad motorcycle accident, shattered a bunch of bones. Now he has posted a picture of himself with a eye patch over his eye, a bruised face, and a bandaged wrist. And the reason, I think, is something we can all relate to. You know when you don't want to take the concrete path, you want to take the unsafe shortcut?
Love the shortcut.
I love the unsafe shortcut.
It's always great. You know, like even when I do hiking, I know that you're supposed to stay on the path, but then I think to myself, if I go through this area that's full of thorn bushes and snakes, I could probably save 5 minutes, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And it never really works out.
Terrible.
I mean, I guess sometimes it does. But so he was staying at a hotel on a hill, and he was trying to get to the restaurant at the bottom of the hill. And at a lot of those nice hotels, there's like a winding path that goes down, right? And he was like, this is going to take forever to walk down this path. Why don't I just walk down this unpaved hill? The restaurant is right there.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
So he starts to proceed down the unpaved hill, immediately eats S, and rolls down
Falls down the hill? He's not a young guy. I mean,
No. Falls and rolls down the hill and then lands face first into a giant rock, which then screws up his eye, bruises his face, and he breaks his wrist. He then proceeds to continue with his dinner reservation because they have great chicken parm there.
You gotta respect that.
Goes through the whole dinner, and eventually the server was like, "Are you okay?" Because his eye all of a sudden was starting to get bigger and swell up.
She gets to go.
Yeah, exactly. Then he proceeded to do his show because it was like he had a set that night and it was for a benefit. So he did that and then went to the hospital.
Again, Jay Leno will do anything to remain relevant these days. If he's got to tumble down a hill and go to dinner with an eye patch, he's doing it.
You think all of these stunts are just to remain in the news?
Yes, I do. I think that guy like that was, enjoyed the spotlight when the spotlight really mattered, now doesn't really have it that much, feels kind of old and out of date, etc. I think that he's doing anything he can to stay relevant.
Yes, but it's also all making him look like a feeble old man.
Yeah,
it's like, I rode my motorcycle and I fell down. I was working on my car and it exploded in my face.
There were too many times I've been stuck in one of the canyons behind him driving one of those weird cars from 1903.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it really bothers me because I know
he's always going so slow.
Sometimes
They
it's
only
like,
go like 25 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's like the car like runs on vegetable oil or something, and I'm like, God, you really need this? Like, you have so many cars. Like, don't do the car that's going to.
Anytime I see a weird car on Buena Vista and Burbank, I'm like, oh, it has to be Jay Leno.
It has to be
And it always
Leno.
is.
Yeah, it's either like a parade.
Please get in a car accident, break more bones.
There's either a weirdo parade starting or this is Leno driving around. And it's always a different thing. I've never seen him in the same car twice. It's always annoying. And it's always a real look at me thing.
The number one reason for traffic in Los Angeles.
It's Jay Leno.
It's Jay Leno.
If we can just get that guy out of here, I bet you our entire traffic situation will go away.
Up.
Unbelievable.
All right. They're mildly helpful, they're mostly useless, and there are new ones happening every day. And of course, I'm talking about all of those helpful chatbots. Every single app has a new chatbot now, complete with its quirky little stupid name. Earlier this year, LAUSD had launched one that they had put millions of dollars into. It was named Ed, because of education. I don't know if you ever used it, Klein, but once it launched, everybody immediately started complaining about it. I'm sure you know what that's like. And everybody eventually was like, dude, Ed is not helpful. This is not working. It is the worst AI tool that anyone has ever created on an app. So they quietly got rid of it.
Should have just changed the name to Special Ed. Kept it.
I guess that's kind of true,
would have really just would have made everyone's
special. And then you're like, well, I feel bad. I don't want to shame.
The logo's problematic.
Yeah, everyone's expectations would have been way different.
And they would have felt bad talking to us about it.
Right. Can't say anything about this bad app.
Special Ed.
It's Special Ed. Oh,
you messed
okay.
up, man.
Oh, hey, very brave app. Very brave.
So anyway, they got rid of it, and then now they have arrested the creator of the chatbot because the woman that created the company, she, I guess, it was kind of like that, what's that woman that just got arrested? The one who created Theros?
Right.
So it was like she created this company that was like, we're going to do all these chatbot apps and stuff like that. And she didn't know how to do it, but she was taking all this money and all these investors. Yeah. So she took millions of dollars from LAUSD and then she spent it on a down payment for a house and spent it on her wedding. And then gave people this horrible chatbot experience. And then now she just got arrested this week and she's probably facing a good amount of jail time.
Well, I would use Ed if I was still available. That sounds like it's my speed. So I would use that one.
I don't think you would use a chatbot for a school anyway.
No.
All right. Over the last 5 years, applications for this job have skyrocketed, up 50%, according to the Wall Street Journal. And that is because everybody, especially people in their 20s, are really into their skin. Dermfluencers are a huge thing on Instagram.
Skinfluencers. I've heard skinfluencer.
Yeah,
is the term.
dermfluencers, skinfluencers, but everybody on Instagram and TikTok is all about skin, what you can do to brighten your skin, to make you look younger, and as a result, the dermatology field is saying that they have way more people who are aware and interested in their field and going to school to be dermatologists because they think that they're experts because TikTok told them they're experts.
Also, I don't really care about all this, but if you're doing a tutorial on how to have great skin and you're 20, I don't care how many stupid lotions and potions you're putting on your dumb face. It's because you're 20. So stop. This is the thing now.
I want like 50-year-old women to be the derm influencers.
Because my wife watches these things all the time. Like it's an obsessive. Like I hear.
That's why she has like laser face, right?
I walked in one time. She had a red. I don't even know what this thing was. I thought
red light
she was like
therapy.
a villain from an X-Men movie. I walked in. I was like, what the hell is that? And she's like,
Cyclops is a hero.
She had some weird mask on her face with this bright red light. She's like, no oral. My name is no oral. And I was like, what is going on here? She's like, I saw someone on TikTok recommend it. And then I go, yeah, who are you watching? And I look at the video, and the person's like, I want to say 16. And she's like, here's how you have great skin. And I'm like, you're 16.
I know.
That's
and then
how you
like
got great
you
skin.
totally notice a difference, and it's like, but you don't notice a difference because you have no wrinkles, you have no problems.
Yeah.
So what are you supposed to? What's the difference?
But I think that I think a lot of people are doing very well, making a ton of money doing these like skin review videos.
Yes, because everybody will try it at least once.
Sure.
And that's the thing is everyone wants to try it, even then they don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on these products. So they're just like, well, I guess just a combination of lemon and mayonnaise, and I'll just slather myself. And
Al,
it sounds great.
Al, you could be a skinfluencer. Put up a
That's the
video of
secret.
you putting lemon and mayonnaise on your face. That would go great.
That's the only thing I can think
That's
of.
a real
like a white lady.
Yeah, that is Allie's answer for every problem in the world. It's lemon and mayonnaise. Cooking, skin, doesn't matter what. Get into a brand new hour of the show. Let's do it right now. This hour complete with a petty claims court. Also some tickets for KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas. It all starts now.
Klein Alley Show.
Your guys' show keeps me going throughout the week. I've got a 100-mile commute every day, and I just appreciate your guys' show. I've been listening to you guys from the beginning. Take care, guys. Love you. Sweet Dibbins. Ah.
Oh, my goodness.
Woohoo.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Here we go. Good morning. Welcome to KROQ. Listening on KROQ 106.7 on the radio, on the app perhaps, podcast listeners, and net bangers following along as we're streaming live on YouTube. You have not seen the experience yet? Check it out. Join the thousands of others that have spent some of their time watching what the show actually looks like as it transpires. And so some of you that listen on your way to your job, and then you throw us on your computer, put us in a little window, close it when the boss walks by. We greatly appreciate the interaction. Lots of ways to get involved in the show. The phones, the text line, all the same number, 800-520-1067. You'll need those numbers later on if you want to win stuff from us today, like tickets to KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas.
Some people on the NetBangers chat on the live YouTube stream have tried that red light therapy thing and said that those masks are like $600 and most of the time non-refundable.
Stop it.
That's what your wife's
$600. I thought you got that thing at Spirit Halloween store. I don't even know what the hell it was. I mean, I'm telling you, that thing freaked me the F out. Whatever that thing is.
I mean, it's like a little private tanning bed kind of for your face.
If you're a woman and you have one of those red light glow things, that you need to put a sign downstairs on the front door that just warns whoever's coming in the house that if they encounter you upstairs, it's you and it's not some weirdo from the future.
But if any Jehovah's Witnesses or people who want to sell you solar knock on the door, definitely open the door with that on.
Yeah, I think that was solar she was using on her face. I don't even know what it was.
Oh, you've already gone solar. All right, I'll see you later.
She went red solar. It looked like, I was like blown away by it. I don't know what goes on there. I mean, God bless ladies, I guess, that are doing this stuff all the time to try to look good. I couldn't even fathom it.
God bless you, but you also don't have to.
Right. I mean,
Live your life.
I told her if I see a wrinkle, she's out of the house. I mean, I did tell her that, but
I think that'd be a blessing for her, right?
Good. That's all she's trying to do.
Strip all that off.
We got lots to get to this hour on the show. If you need us, we're here for you. Black Friday deals are popping up everywhere now because we are almost a week away. So we are going to share with you some things that we hope that we do not buy, even though we think we probably will. This is like you see things and you say, God damn, I want that. And God damn, that's a good deal.
But is it?
But I don't need it. Mm-hmm. And I got to talk myself out of it because it's so easy to talk yourself into it. So we'll share with you some of the Black Fridays. Please do not let us buy this year that are popping around. Get into your petty claims court, Almost Acoustic Christmas tickets, and then we kick off the search for America's weirdest relative. It could be someone in your family. We'll get into all of that this morning right here on the world famous KROQ. KROQ. We are Klein Alley's show, and Black Friday is happening a week from Friday, but deals sometimes already available as everyone likes to load up on stuff. And I think originally the concept was, it's a great time to buy gifts for other people. You got to get gifts for your friends and family, for the holidays, coworkers even. Let's do it on Black Friday, save some money. But then it became, what's in it for me? And I feel like Black Friday in many ways, not that you're not buying gifts for other people, but I think it shifted and it became, I could use a computer.
Something that I've been meaning to buy that I'm going to wait for Black Friday. And
Yes.
Then,
And
But
get
also,
that for myself.
You have the people who need to shop on Black Friday, so then they just make those things relevant to you. You know, it's like, I really wanted to get you this thing. It's so you. And it's like, no, you just bought this because it was on sale. I don't want this.
Mm-hmm. And also,
You're trying to shoehorn this present on me.
they do a good job of making us, Joe consumers, feel like we're like there's an opportunity. It's a one-day opportunity. If we blow it, we have to wait around all the way till Cyber Monday to take advantage of it again. And so the idea is, how can we get something good? And you have to give yourself the pep talk every year of, do not do it. Do not do it. You want it. It seems like it's a great deal. And also, because they've kept track of everything you've looked at all year long, they know every little thing you've looked at on Instagram, TikTok, Google, all the stuff you looked at that you added to your cart, you didn't buy. And now, trust me, when they drop the price 40% or whatever it is, they're going to hit you again. And they're going to say, hey, remember that thing you looked at 3 months ago? Well, guess what? Black Friday pricing. And then who among us has the willpower to go, no, I'm good?
Exactly.
Everyone's going to go, yep, I'm caving now.
The other thing, though, that's happening this year with Black Friday is it's already going on.
Oh, I know. It's been going on for months.
I was looking at stuff. I'm like, this is already a Black Friday deal.
Now, sometimes
it's not like you have to wait.
Sometimes the deal's pretty good, but then they'll do like an additional 10% on that Friday.
Day.
Yeah, because they just want you to, they love it when we spend money. So these are something that we know we want, but we're trying to convince ourselves to not buy, and we all need to work together. So, like, Allie, I can't. If you are about to do it, I'm usually like, do it, just click, buy it, baby. But I can't do that. I got to be like, no. Stay strong.
Okay.
So what is the first item?
So here's what you should not buy on Black Friday. Whatever you do, don't buy the espresso machine. I know you think it's really cool. You think you're going to be frothing milk in the morning and then sitting there with your tiny cup looking out the window feeling like you're in Europe, but you're not going to do that, okay? You're not going to take the time to make those fancy little cappuccinos. And guess what? The thing needs a lot of maintenance. You're going to have to clean the little tiny pieces all the time. And the more they can do, the more annoying that espresso machine is going to be. If it can make cappuccinos and all these other different things, that means that's a huge red flag.
That's exactly what I wanted to buy.
The simple ones, yeah, maybe, but nobody is going to use an espresso machine the way they think they're going to use one. Do not buy it.
Well, except it's very easy to do that math in your head. Some would call it girl math, but you start doing the math and you go, this espresso machine is 50% off.
Oh, this one is $300 off.
$300 off, right. So you start doing that and you go...
How much is it, $5?
No, this one actually was $900, and now it's $550.
Whoa. What type of machine is it? Who makes that thing?
DeLonghi.
Oh, DeLonghi. That is very nice.
Says it's automatic milk frother, lattes, cappuccinos, iced coffees, built-in whatevers, Magnifica, Evo, something.
Here's the thing, though.
Built-in grinder.
It's so easy in your head to go, if I go to Starbucks, let's just say 3 times a week, it's $5 every time I'm there.
I'm going to have artisan coffee at home.
You start going like...
It'll pay for itself.
Yeah, like this thing will pay for itself in 2 weeks.
But you don't use it, and then you got to buy stupid pods for some of these things, or you got to grind the beans, and the grinder is so damn loud, and then the rest of your family's complaining about it.
Jake, what's on your do not buy list?
That was going to be my thing. When we went to Vegas, we had that shot of espresso after dinner, and I was like, oh, man, I'm jacked. Maybe I could stop being a energy drink guy and start being an espresso guy.
So you really wanted, that's the one thing that you wanted is the thing that Allie just ruined for you?
I know, yeah, but I just want a simple one. I just want little shots of espresso. That's it.
That's so funny that
It's so funny of all the things out there.
That's what you want.
What is the thing?
Don't do it.
What is the thing, Allie, I've always told you that I want? That I feel like my life will not be complete until I have this item in my life.
The inside of an armored car?
No. Come on. I've talked about this before.
A popcorn machine?
No, I have that.
An ice cream bike?
Also have that. No, not that. Come on.
The thing that you've always wanted.
A
pizza maker.
Meat slicer.
Oh, in your kitchen,
Deli-style meat slicer like they have at the grocery store, like they have at Jersey Mike's. I got hit with this, so clearly they've been monitoring me. 24% off for Black Friday. I could have the Elite Gourmet EMT 625B electric deli food meat slicer.
How big is it?
Oh, it's massive.
They're like so heavy too. I think.
Look how massive that is. Look at that saw right there.
Oh my God!
Imagine.
That's such an aggressive. That looks so dangerous.
It looks incredibly dangerous, but it is now dropped south of $100.
Oh, really?
And I'm telling you, I've hovered my thumb over the buy button so many times now.
Don't buy it because you know what? Then you're going to have to buy ham hocks on a regular basis
right,
so
I
you
know.
can slice everything.
But
You're not going to have enough to slice.
Yes, but I'm going to want people always coming over just for slice, and I'll take out a whole thing, a whole carcass, just to do one sliver.
You're going to start moving on to like foods that aren't even sliceable.
I'll make them.
Like, would you like a sliver of a pizza?
I'll make
accepted.
Would you like a hamburger?
Everything sliceable if I get the slicer. But I'm telling you, do not. This is my own pep talk to myself. You do not do it.
Don't do it.
Because it's going to go bad on you real quick.
You know what? If anybody does need a Black Friday deal, though, one thing that you should buy that I saw is $100 off right now, a portable breast pump. And here's why. It is so great to walk through the metal detectors at a music festival with these portable breast pump cups that fit right in your bra, and you can fit all kinds of booze in there. And nobody's going to check any of it. And you can fit a lot. It's like sometimes there's like 18, 24-ounce ones, you know, that are really big. And they're just going to be like, oh, well, big boob girl, just let her go through.
Oh, they think you're pumping milk.
Well, no, you don't even know. It doesn't even look like anything.
But it's just...
It's just in your bra.
Oh.
That they have all these now because they want people to be able to pump in regular life without having to be attached to a machine, you know? You can just walk around with these things like pumping. But once the milk is in there, you can just literally put vodka in there. And it'll just sit in there. And you can buy it. And they're a lot of money off right now. And you can... And think of all the money you would save at a music festival not buying booze because you've got it all right in your bra.
Think of all the meat slices I could fit in that bra. So many.
It's beginning to look a lot like
the 33rd annual KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas, Saturday, December 14th, Kia Forum.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Hey, it's Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins. All day on KROQ. Win tickets to see us.
This is Jim from Jimmy Eat World.
Hi, it's Nick from 311.
Hey, it's Jacob Noel of Sublime. KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas.
AWOL Nation, Beck, Franz Ferdinand, Baby, and Linda Lindas.
We'll tell you a song to listen for. Hear it, and Caller 20 wins tickets to the 33rd annual KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas.
Presented by Gain.
Proceeds benefit Carlos Ninos and Al Wooten Jr. Youth Center. From Gain. Mix, match, more happy.
KROQ.
iAccidentLawyer.com is the way to go. Call 800-920-0810. iAccidentLawyer.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways.
K-Rock, we are Klein Alley Show. Think about any relationship you've ever been in. Coworker, lover, perhaps, roommate, and oftentimes there's not necessarily big problems, but a lot of little problems. Those little problems sometimes are so little they would be considered petty.
Yeah, but some of them really just get to you. Like there's a casual, passive-aggressive comment that Katie made last night that I'm the one who cooks dinner 99.9% of the time, and she said that I could really work on being a less messy cook. And I was like, dude, this is I am the one doing the work here. It doesn't matter whether I'm a clean cook or a messy cook. I'm the cook. I get to cook however I want to cook.
Maybe she wasn't talking about your styling of cooking. Maybe she was talking about you as the cook. Like you should be less messy looking as a person.
Well,
maybe that's what she meant.
I do wear an apron now.
Well, there's lots of reasons people have turned to us to solve their problems, and we call it petty claims court. Here we go.
In the legal system, cases are tried from Supreme Courts to small claims court. But what about stuff that's too small for small claims court? This is petty claims court.
I'm going to say hi to Amy. Amy reached out to us because of an issue going on in her marriage, and we will solve that problem, hopefully, and you will become a jury of peers. Jury duty is never fun unless you have fake jury duty and you go somewhere, go to Mexico with your friends for the weekend and claim it's jury duty. Here, though, you will be asked to listen and let us know your actual thoughts on the text line, and you will determine in this relationship who's right and who's wrong, and that's what any good relationship is all about, scorekeeping. Amy, how goes it?
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going okay. What's the issue you've got going on in your marriage that we can help with? And then we'll bring your partner on in a moment to defend themselves.
Yeah, so we have 2 cats, and my wife doesn't clean the litter box or help clean up after them at all. And she's the one who wanted them.
Is this Allie's wife? Hold
lesbian
on.
problems.
Let me get Lola. You're in a lesbian relationship, and you have 2 cats.
Yes.
How do you feel being a stereotype?
Love it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I bet you're cat people, but you're not like cat people, you know?
What?
Yeah, exactly. Allie, aren't you also in a lesbian relationship with 2 cats?
I am, but I like to pride myself in the fact that our place doesn't smell like cats. I think if you have cats, but your place doesn't smell like you have cats, you've won.
I've been to Allie's place. You're wrong.
No, that's not true.
You're wrong.
You can't even smell anything.
Oh, I can smell it.
No, you can't.
You're wrong.
No.
Look at those nostrils. He can smell.
I can smell them from here. Now, let me ask you a serious question, and this is a question for both Allie and Amy on the phone. When you decide to get lesbian married, do they hand you 2 cats, or is it something that you guys each have a cat, and that's what brings
it's
you
on the
together?
registry.
Our officiant gave us the 2 cats. No, I'm just kidding.
That sounds about right.
Oh, that would be so great.
Did you each have a cat before before you got together as a couple, or how did the cats enter your lives?
No, we got a cat maybe 3 years into being together, so before being married. But I was cool with having 1 cat, and then she really wanted the other one. She was like, let's just get 2, come on. And I was like, no, just 1. I already thought 1 was going to be way too much work. And then I just got suckered into saying, fine, we'll get 2.
Yeah, you know what you should promise each other now, that you will never be 3 cat people, because Katie and I made that promise to ourselves, and we have kept that promise. There's been a few times where I get like a text from a pet store or something like that, and I said, remember the pact. We will not be 3 cat people. That changes the game completely.
Oh, I am sticking to that, because every time we see a little cute cat outside, she's always like, come on, let's take it in. Come on, just 1 more. And that's where I'm standing my ground. She loves in my head. I'm like, I'm going to be the one cleaning up after 3 cats.
Right, so we're going to bring Jenny on. So here's the in a nutshell, this is what's going on. And regardless of if you are in a regular hetero relationship, gay relationship, cats, dogs, there's always usually someone that pushes for the animal. And oftentimes that person that pushes for the animal, once the animal arrives, then decides they want nothing to do with the upkeep of the animal. They wanted the animal, they pushed for the animal, they begged for the animal. A lot of times it's children that'll say that, I'll get us a dog, we'll walk it every day.
No, but it happens to couples too.
Happens to couples. And right now Amy is we're gonna bring Jenny on. This is your wife. How long have you guys been married? Amy?
Oh, hey, 2 years.
2 years. Hey, Jenny, welcome to KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning.
Have you heard the claims brought against you in petty claims court?
Oh, no.
So your wife, Amy, says the following, that you convinced her to get a cat, and then you convinced her to get a second cat, and you said that you would help take care of the cats, and you do next to nothing to take care of the cats.
Well, I do take care of them. I buy them clothes, I buy them treats, and bring them toys. So I think that's like one of the most important parts of having cats.
Is buying them clothes. Yeah,
Clearly,
that makes sense.
clearly,
I'm sure they love it as well.
And
You're my child.
Yeah.
As far as the annoying parts of a cat, I've never owned a cat, but the kitty litter's got to be the annoying part, right? The changing of it. And
Without a doubt, the most annoying.
And do you do any of that, Jenny, or does that all fall on Amy?
Well, it's kind of like an unspoken rule here at the house. Well, that's what I thought, but apparently not.
What's the unspoken rule at the house?
That she cleans the litter of the kitty.
Okay.
That she does it all.
Right, got
That's
it.
the unspoken
Amy,
rule.
did you know that was the unspoken rule as well?
No, I had no idea.
Okay.
I should make more unspoken rules.
Yeah, this is something, as I'm reading the text line now, that is affecting a lot of relationships because it does get frustrating because once the animal's in your life, now they're there. And at some point, someone's just going to step up and be the provider. And it seems like whichever one is the better person that's going to keep them alive the longest ends up with that role.
Yeah, and one thing that I don't think either of us thought about when we adopted our cats is that they live a long time. So you're going to be in on this. It's a bigger time commitment than a dog, I believe. But was there any discussion about trying to split up the litter responsibilities, or this is just something that's built up over time and you're getting kind of sick of it?
Yeah, no, I've mentioned it. I've said when she's getting ready, I clean the litter box, in front of her so she can see how I do it and how often. And then she'll say, sorry, I should help with that more. But then she doesn't.
Yeah. You have no intention to do that, right, Jenny?
Well, not really, because
Yeah.
I have to go to work and I'm always rushing out of the house.
Right.
And I have ADHD brain, so I can't do too many tasks at one time.
Can I ask you a question? Because usually the cats will play favorites. Who do the cats like more in your lesbian relationship, Amy or Jenny?
Depends what cat you're talking about. We have our girl cat who favorites Amy, and then our boy cat who favorites me. So
Right.
we each have our cat that yeah.
So that's the.
They like me more.
Unfortunately,
Why don't you both clean up your favorites?
Yeah, I mean that'd be a good compromise. You clean up and take care of your favorites, then you're both only
Dig
responsible.
through and find their poop versus yours.
Right. What are your cats' names so we can address them properly in this legal proceeding?
Pepper Ann and Gizmo.
Aw.
Pepper and Gizmo. All right.
Pepper Ann, like the cartoon.
Oh, got it.
Are they
All
at least fun cats? Like, are they Instagram worthy or anything like that? Because our cats are pretty boring and lame.
No, they're the best, and Pepper Ann is the cutest cat ever.
See, yeah. If you have, cool cats that have, character, then it makes the process of having them a little less painful.
Exactly. So that's Gizmo. He's our Instagram cat.
If you're just joining us now, Amy has brought her.
This is four lesbians talking about
We're talking
cats.
This is called Cat Talk now. We are crushing it in the lesbian numbers. Amy has brought her wife Jenny to Petty Claims Court. Says that Jenny has convinced her to get one cat, then convinced her to get a second cat, with the promise that she would do her job to take care of. And since the cats have arrived, she's done next to nothing other than buy them outfits. And Amy's the one responsible for all the cleaning and the this and the that. It's a real problem. It affects a lot of couples, and we will let you each have 10 seconds of closing arguments before we turn this over to a jury of your peers. They will vote. Also, some questions here and concerns and comments about self-cleaning litter boxes, and can't you just throw them outside and get eaten by coyotes? That would solve the problem.
Aw.
No, we can't do that.
They don't want that. Amy, we will let you have your first 10 seconds closing arguments. Then we'll turn this over to the jury. They will vote who's right, who's wrong, and the rulings are final here at Petty Claims Court. 10 seconds to prove your case. Go ahead.
Yes, I think it should just be every other day that we take turns cleaning up after them. And yeah, even with taking them to the vet and getting them groomed, I think it should just be 50-50 and not all on me.
Whose job is it to get that cat in the little carrier? You got to get in the car.
Oh my God, the worst.
That's my job.
Me.
That's my job
too.
Oh, okay. All right, because that sounds like when I thought the cat people, they say that job is the worst job.
It's the worst. You have to wrap them in a towel and then they crap in there sometimes.
I start getting anxiety just driving.
They want to
them.
claw your eyeballs out. All right,
They're
Jenny,
just yelling
10
inside.
seconds, closing arguments. It's your chance to try to curry favor with the jury. Go ahead.
Okay, in my defense, she works from home, so she has more extra time to clean the litter in the mornings. And I'm always rushing out of the house, and I have to commute about 45 minutes away, so that makes it a little bit harder to throw into the tasks of things I have to do. I do bring them food, and I feed them in the afternoon. So, yeah.
All right. Arguments well used. Guys, we are officially going to accept the first 100 texts we get right now at 800-520-1067. And we will determine who wins and who loses this battle of Petty Claims Court. 949 says, my husband brought home a puppy. And he said that, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. And now every day I've got to do everything for this damn dog. It is frustrating. So I side with Amy. But there's others that say, look, Jenny is carrying her weight. And they say, which one of them is doing more of the heavy lifting in bed, if you know what we're saying, Allie. There's a lot of questions here. We'll come back with the results next on KROQ. The exciting conclusion and the verdict of this edition of Petty Claims Court coming to you right now on KROQ. But first, the question that everyone wants to know on the text line: who is the dumbass responsible for always playing this song on a Wednesday? The Friday I'm in Love from The Cure is confusing because sometimes you go, it must be Friday if I'm hearing this song on the radio. And no, that's just us not paying attention.
I feel like that's true. I feel like we always play it on Wednesdays.
Always. Never on Friday. Makes sense on a Friday. You're like, oh, great, Friday vibes. On a Wednesday, it's just a mind F.
Okay.
All right, we are in the middle of a petty claims court right now between a lesbian couple, Jenny and Amy. Shockingly, they're fighting over cats. The issue is that Jenny has convinced Amy not once but twice in their relationship to get a cat. Both times, Jenny said, I will take care of said cat. And now all of the responsibilities are falling on Amy. At least that's the way Amy tells the story.
Yeah, and 818 and many others can relate. My wife begged me for a cat forever. Begged. 16 years later, I am cleaning up poop, litter, and hairballs, and she is doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
714, I vote for Amy. I'm in the same boat. My wife has convinced me to get 4 dogs. And guess who cleans up after them and takes care of them? Moi.
I'm in a current situation right now with my wife who would love to have another puppy.
Another puppy?
Yeah. And I said,
She has done this many times. Remember when you guys got a puppy and then it was terrible and you had to return it?
Well, yes, that was. Well, that's when she
whenever
got pregnant. We were waiting. No, that was an issue because she didn't know she was going to get pregnant with a real human puppy, and then it changed everything. But
a real human puppy.
Well, like it was like right when we first trimester pregnancy, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, do you guys want this puppy? It needs a home." And we're like, "All right, let's try it. Let's try it out." We kind of brought it back, and she's like, "I can't." She said to me, "I can't do anything. I'm throwing up all morning. I'm sick." And I said, "All right, it's not a good time to get a puppy."
Haven't there been a few Let's Go puppies?
No. The conversation has happened nonstop.
And even the dog she had when we got together, she pawned off on you.
That's true. She had that dog for a year before we even started dating, and then that dog became my kind of thing, my responsibility.
And now if
that
there's
dog likes
something
me
where like she's at home and you have to go somewhere, she's like, why don't you take the dog?
Yeah, she loves me taking the dog. Big fan of me taking the dog. All right, Amy, Jenny, we all understand it's a real relatable situation. 100 votes. I mean, there was quite many more than 100, but we have to give the first 100 the power here. Allie, you looked at them all.
I did, and I do agree with 424's recommendation of solving this over a nice, hearty softball game. Or maybe just a little bit of oil wrestling. But 323 voted, I've had it with this Jenny lady. Just clean up the goddamn litter box. Don't blame it on your short-term brain. Amy wins. I have to say, 323 voted for Cat Pepper Poppins or whoever because they probably don't like clothes. Mm-hmm. But I think it is a clear winner, and Amy, you have won this petty claims court because, Jenny, you're the one who wanted the cats, and you have to have some kind of a system that splits up the workload. 424 agreed with my solution of labeling the poops, and you pick up the poop of the corresponding cat, but I think that'll be a little tough. Maybe a self-cleaning litter box?
Yes.
Amy, it's very rare that the person that brings the partner to petty claims court also leaves the victor, but that is exactly what happened today. So, Jenny, I'm sorry to report to you that you are a loser here, and as a result, Amy will determine exactly what you do with these cats, when you do what with the cats, and you will have to give your wife Amy some mouth stuff tonight.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. That's right. Nature's litter box, Allie, right?
That's right. Don't have to clean that.
Nope. No, you do not. That is self-cleaning. We take a quick break. Another couple that we have magically saved, or potentially they will break up tomorrow. We're not exactly sure. Back after this quick break with your ADD news. We broke the marriage. Look at that. Gay marriage.
They'll still be friends.
Gay marriage was just a fad anyway, right? We all knew that.
Yeah, it
right?
never works.
Quick break. Back with more show next. Do you consider yourself a decent person? Do you consider yourself a good person, an average person, a bad person? Or perhaps you're doing what a lot of people are doing as we creep near the end of the year, and you are starting to make up for what was probably not a great 2024, so you're trying to do more good deeds now, thinking that you can sneak in some goodness before the end of the year. And if you're wondering why in the last 2 weeks, Allie has attempted to stop car break-ins at the bottom of a hiking trail, why I followed a slow-speed hit-and-run case.
We're trying to be heroic before the end of the year.
I just saw this, Allie, but apparently, survey out, says more Americans now are squeezing in good deeds before the end of the year to try to make up for not doing anything good in the entire 2024. They think if they squeeze in a few good deeds now...
Then what? Santa's going to bring them more presents?
Exactly.
It'll even out the year. Maybe karma. Maybe it'll even out the year where they'll look back at 24 and they go, yeah, I was kind of selfish for 9 of the months, 10 of the months. But then there was that time I tried to save that dog statue.
Well, I think that the end of the year always makes you reflect a little bit on what you accomplished or didn't accomplish. And then when you start thinking about how self-absorbed we all are and how we're really just doing things for the betterment of ourselves or the immediate circle around us, you're kind of like, huh.
Yeah.
And then holidays make you think of extending kindness to other people, right, that maybe don't have it as good as you do. So then you start thinking about that and you're like, man, I am an asshole.
Well, also, I think our memory is pretty short-term these days. It's hard to remember anything. A lot of that's weed, but a lot of that's just also constant scrolling. Our brain's all rewired. So it's very possible that if you look back at this year, you won't remember anything except for what happens kind of November, December. That is the year. Like,
I can't remember January.
Right. I get like pictures that'll pop up on my phone, and I'll be like, oh my God, where's that picture from? And it'll be like 4 weeks ago.
I'm just
like,
thankful that
really?
my phone can tell me about my life.
It's great. Although every once in a while,
I don't remember.
Every once in a while, it's I don't know how it does it on the iPhone, but it will show like a bunch of pictures of like my kids, but then it'll put really sad music behind it, and it'll all be black and white, and it's like I'm watching a weird like living tribute or
like
something.
an in memoriam of your children.
Yeah. I'm like in such a bummed out mood. I'm like, did something go on today at the school bus that I don't know
they
about?
have that like crossfade thing that makes it so dramatic.
Yeah.
But they do that to entice you to keep going through your pictures and being like, whoa, and then send it to each other and be like, remember this, remember that, and it's supposed to be all heartfelt.
Yeah, I hate it because I got one yesterday. It was exactly 10 years ago. For some reason, I don't once again know the algorithm they figure out, but they're just going through, and as we learned yesterday, I have 52,000 pictures on my phone, so they've got no shortage to pick from. And it was exactly 10 years ago, and it was like November 19th, 2014. And so some of the pictures you look at, and I think it's constantly judging yourself, going, "Do I look? How much worse do I look now than then?"
Or if
it's
there's
rarely the opposite. Like Apple should be smart enough to only put pictures where you look, because they know what we look like now. Obviously, they could figure out
like face recognition.
Right, they have face recognition. So do us a favor for our own self-esteem, mental health, whatever.
Or like Photoshop AI it.
Yeah,
just tell me, show me a better version of myself.
Right. Well, or if you're going to go from 10 years ago, add some weight or do some stuff where I can look at it and go, I look better now than I did 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah. That's every picture for me.
Oh, you think you look better now than 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Why? 10 years ago, was that when you were at your fattest?
I think so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So then when those come up, like on Facebook or whatever, I'm like, oh, good.
Allie's on Facebook.
But
many.
What's great is when they'll give you like a recap of like a year or a location or something, and then they accidentally group in an unrelated picture. Like it'll be, your family and you at Disneyland or whatever, and then it's like some guy on a motorcycle with his ass hanging out that I took a picture of.
Yeah,
Those are the important ones.
And this, and I'm like, I remember that.
Yeah, I got serviced this slideshow the other day, and it said like together, and it was all pictures of my two kids together when they were like young babies, and it was cute, and I was looking at it, and then randomly there was a picture of a dirty poop-filled diaper that we had to send to a doctor to try to figure out what was going on, and it just showed up.
And the music is like,
yeah, and I was like, wow, that really ruined everything. I was like, man, the time has gone. If you'd like $100 of easy money, all you got to do, and this could be one of those moments where you go, this is the moment I'll think back on. When I think back to 2024 as a year, I'll remember the time I called KROQ. I've never done it before. I went toe-to-toe with Allie, the living, breathing lesbian, and took $100 of her cash right before her very eyes. El Cheapo hates paying the people, but she will do it if you answer these questions better than she can. 5 of them right here, all about stuff. The answers are in the news. I'm telling you right now, you can do 5 minutes of research and probably win this game.
Yep.
And all you got to do is get on the phone now. 800-520-1067. We'll be right back with your first round of Allie Knows the News and Pay the People next.
It's beginning to look a lot like the 33rd annual KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas, Saturday, December 14th, Kia Forum.
Tickets on sale.
Let's figure out what's going on in the world together. Then we get into a brand new hour of the show, the kickoff of the 3rd annual search for America's Weirdest Relative. It's probably yours. Could be yours. If you don't know who the weird relative is in your family, maybe it's even you. You can self-nominate. So we'll get to that coming up. Winner will get 4 on the floor. 4 seats. No, not even seats, because you'll be standing right there up with the big bands. 4 on the floor at KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas. That is for the winner of this year's search for America's Weirdest Relative, just in time for Thanksgiving. We will kick that off next hour right here on the show. But first, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. Why is the floor so sticky? Oh, never mind.
Right. Well, it appears there is a Coachella headliner already announced, though it is not an official announcement, but this announcement is happening much earlier than normal for Coachella. You can put 2 and 2 together and figure out pretty quickly that Post Malone and Jelly Roll will be making appearances next year in Indio. Post Malone made an announcement about his 2025 stadium tour, and if you look at the post, the first 2 dates taking place on the tour are in Indio, the 2 weekends in a row in April when Coachella always takes place. So on
Post Malone and Jelly Roll look like a before and after of a weight loss drug. Same person.
Before Ozempic and after.
Yeah. It's just you're going to see the before and then the after.
You also get kind of like a twofer on face tattoos.
Yeah, I mean,
in general, I mean, that's just so many face tattoos on one stage.
So many, just scribbles.
It kind of looks like Jelly Roll then was like popped like a balloon and deflated
and
into Post Malone. But I wonder if that's why they love each other.
Maybe that's why they're both there. Maybe it's just really one. They get double the booking. Have
we ever seen them in the same place?
Nope, never have. Never have. Smart move.
But I think that, Post Malone's exciting. He's just really, really into being country right now and wants to perform at all times and do his little country thing. And so that's cool, but I feel like it kind of wears off after a while.
Not if you're into country. I've never been into country. I'm not jumping on that trend.
I think every country, unless you're a true born country fan, lifers, the country phase doesn't last very long. Mine lasted 2 weeks when I was much younger. I think everyone is in their country phase now. I think by next year, people will be over it.
I heard Shabuzi 3 times, and now I'm over it. I'm back.
Yes, exactly. Like Shabuzi, you're like, oh, tipsy, that's fun.
And now I'm back, baby.
Yes, and now you're like, hey, back to reality. I don't care about this. So anyway, we'll see when they actually announce the full lineup. All right, Netflix had their biggest night last Friday. Over 60 million people watching the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight. Over 100 million people globally. And they only got 2 lawsuits out of it, which is actually pretty good for them. One lawsuit is over the streaming experience. Another is over the fight itself.
Yeah, this guy's upset. He called our goal line.
Yo, I just saw the Tyson and other guy fight, bro. It sucks. Tyson is not Tyson, bro. I don't see no tiger in there. I see a kitty. Kitty.
That guy wants his money back.
That's the guy who drunkenly says in the moment, I'm going to sue
Netflix for this flight. Yeah, well, some people look, Jake's one of these guys. He didn't have Netflix. He went and bought Netflix, got it all set up just so we could have that fight.
Yeah, and it says in the lawsuit, they were faced with legendary problems, including no access, streaming glitches, and buffering issues. And if you're going to sign up for a service to watch that, and then you're not able to watch it, that does, present a case.
Kitty.
That's right, sir.
But I wonder how many drunken people said they were going to sue Netflix and then didn't.
Yeah, but
it's like writing a letter. I'm going to write a letter.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, this is BS, man. I'm going to sue their asses.
Some lawyer that's got a template ready to go says, I'll just go ahead and
I'll take care of this for you.
Do the class action, and then if people jump in on it, they do, and if not, whatever.
The other thing that is a potential lawsuit is the fight. So this lawyer is talking about how this is a very good case because they themselves admitted that it was kind of fixed. Like Jake Paul afterwards had said, well, I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone who didn't need to be hurt. So he basically admitted to pulling punches and that they kind of prolonged it to make it a longer fight, even though it didn't really need to be a longer fight.
Someone claimed
that it wasn't kind of the matchup that they said it was.
Right, and because it was gambled on in such an intense way.
Right.
That does present the problem. And someone did point out, I don't know which one of them had it in their contract, that no uppercuts were allowed to be given.
What is that? You can't pick and choose the punches that are being thrown in the ring.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that I think we all saw coming from like miles away, but still we got got caught up in the hype machine, and we were hoping it would potentially be, because even...
Yes, we went through the phase of first off, this is stupid.
Right.
Then, well, maybe. Well, okay, now I'm excited. And then, this is just stupid.
Yeah, it was back to the original thought, which was this was stupid.
Yeah. So I have some good news about crime in Los Angeles and in Southern California.
Yes, go ahead.
Obviously, we read all kinds of things every day about how bad it is, about how people are stealing everything now. There's one town in Hacienda Heights that has now eliminated they don't have access to their phones anymore because people have stolen so much copper wire that their phones no longer work. But according to a new study, shoplifting in LA have dropped by 9.4% compared to this time last year.
Because everything's locked up.
So they do feel like there are less calls coming through about robberies and, retail theft and things like that. But yeah, it's why? Is it because these stores are closing? Is it because they're boxing up all their stuff? Is it because they have heightened security? They hope that it would be, now with this new DA, that there would be more there'd be harsher penalties for this, and that's what would really make it come down. So we'll see where we're at next year.
All the good stuff's already been stolen by now. So now the thieves are going, this is not even the good stuff anymore. And then you go to any place like a Walgreens, CVS, everything's behind lock and key now.
You're the only thing I can steal is eye drops and melatonin.
Nothing.
Not worth
Wish
it.
I could steal some eye drops. Those are locked up too.
They are?
They locked it all up now. Everything.
The eye drops are locked up at your CVS?
I had to buy a birthday card to send to my mom, and I had to get someone to come and get a key to let me get a birthday card.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Where are you going?
Don't worry where I go. Just know that it's not easy to steal cards anymore. Just know that. I learned that lesson the hard way. We get into a brand new hour of the show after this song from Green Day. That hour will be complete with your tickets for KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas. On sale now, Ticketmaster.com. Get them before they're gone, or win 4 on the floor next hour on KROQ.
I heard you crying loud.
Show.
I never get to listen to you guys live, but I'm up early today. So excited. Double deuces blues, dong dong, rock them panty lines. Sweet Dibbit.
Sweet Dibbit. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning and welcome back to KROQ. How the hell goes it? Just after 8 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. T-minus 1 week, 1 day to go till Feastin' Day is here. Then it's the end of the year. And then let's just go ahead and be the first to wish you a happy 2025 because that stuff's already begun.
Yesterday I got my first, we're kind of winding down for the year, so why don't we cancel this meeting, that meeting. We'll see you later.
Great.
I was like, whoa.
Winding down. People love nothing more than the wind down.
I got happy holidays. Great. Just in general. Probably won't see you.
We'll be here for the foreseeable future to hang out with you at least every morning while you're driving around doing whatever it is you have to do. And if you need us, you can join us lots of ways. KROQ 106.7. We love it that way on the app. You can check out the podcast, of course. And we are streaming for all you net bangers that have hopped onto the live stream at KROQ's YouTube page. You can find us there as well. Thank you for checking out the show and continuing to spread the word and helping us to hashtag grow the show. Yesterday, there's a couple questions about Jake's Thanksgiving plans and whether or not he was actually invited or not invited to go have Thanksgiving with his cousin.
He was 100% not invited.
It's known.
And anyway, there's a lot of calls about it.
Yo, what's going on? You guys, I'm listening to Jake describe his Thanksgiving, and he's going to bring his new chick to Thanksgiving.
A lot of questions about your new side piece, your new girl, Tina, that you met on the show during live Tinder.
Is that happening, or is that too much for him right now?
And speaking of her, before you answer that question, this is an interesting theory about her as well from our very own Cripple Cody.
Hey, it's Cripple Cody. Something I've been thinking about, and I can't shake this theory, is that Jake is Tina's side piece. I mean, think about it. It's all about sex. She only goes to his house. It was a big deal for him to go there, and it's like every time they meet, it's near him. It's not near her. Which, I mean, Jake is a selfish so that also kind of makes sense. Wow. But anyway, I think that she's actually married or seeing somebody else, and she's just hooking up with him. I don't know. Thoughts?
Any thoughts on this, Jake?
I'm okay with it.
If you're the side piece, you don't care?
As long as I'm getting it, I'm okay with it.
And do you think that there's any chance you're bringing her with you to your family's Thanksgiving in the Central Valley?
I doubt it.
Hello, this is my side piece.
She's
married and for somebody else, but she has sex with me out of convenience.
We take it one weekend at a time.
More turkey?
So it has not gotten more serious, the relationship.
No, but she's coming over this weekend.
And you did go to see her, but now you're setting up the fact that you don't ever want to do that again?
I'm not setting that up, but I'm not stoked about driving out to Riverside again for sure.
Right.
So if she said that was a deal breaker, you would say, okay, deal broken. I'm not going.
What?
If she said, I need you to
come more regularly.
Come to Riverside. If you want to come to Riverside.
I say, I got something I got to do.
Okay. So that's where he draws the line. Man, what a slight.
And what's funny to me is that Jake has literally nothing else to do.
I got all stuff to do.
You can go to Riverside every once in a while. It's not like you have that much else to do. What do you have, another Magic the Gathering tournament?
Yeah, Gathering tournament, very important.
I've done the math. I believe Jake has, this is crazy, 18 free hours of the day.
Yes.
18 hours of a 24-hour day that are free.
That's not true. There's important nap times.
Okay. Let's give you this from Hosier, and then we will cleanse your palate. We will get into this hour of the show, complete with the kickoff of the search for America's Weirdest Relative. It could be yours. It could score you 4 on the floor for KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas. It all starts now. a bad idea. You're going to do it anyway? You're going to do it anyway.
Well, yeah,
so.
I have to do it now.
Allie's just committed to something with a pretty large, non-refundable deposit. Not even deposit, right? Full price?
Full price. It's all paid for.
And they made it very clear, non-refundable.
Yeah, I have the option of purchasing my own trip insurance, but who does that?
Right. So Allie is locked into something.
You click through, they're like, "Are you sure? Don't you want to protect yourself?"
Right.
And I go, clickety, click, click.
Right. $40, you protect the entire cost of this trip, but everyone just goes, yeah, right.
I'm not going to run into any problems.
It's like buying insurance at blackjack. You just don't do it.
Yeah. So I wanted to do something cool and different for my birthday next year. And my friend, I was going to do like something with her. Anyway, long story short, we have decided the two of us, take a 7-day rafting camping trip through the Grand Canyon. I don't think that's appropriate. People survive it every single year. And this is
People die too?
Oh, yeah, they do. Do the math on that. A lot.
I haven't read those articles yet. Okay, I'm not going to look at all the negatives here. This is an opportunity for me to have a week outside, off the grid, not reachable, whitewater rafting, carrying my pack,
Allie loves
building
white
my
things.
tent.
Anything white, Allie's into. You better believe it. If it's whitewater,
white skin,
she loves it.
All of it.
She's a big fan of being white.
No. This is an opportunity where I'm going to have an adventure, a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. And when you purchase the whole trip, it's non-refundable. They pay for all your meals. They give you all the gear that you need.
They don't pay for all your meals. You pay for all your meals.
No.
What are you talking about? You're paying to do this, correct?
Yes, but the price includes all of my meals.
Well, you're still paying for them. It's not they pay. It's very interesting the way your brain works. They have a fee for this trip that you're paying, and included in that fee, it's everything: what you eat, all the stuff.
What I eat, yes, and if anybody has dietary restrictions, they have like specific meals for those weirdos.
Sure.
But everything is like, I fly into Vegas, I stay at a hotel, then
that part sounds fun.
In the lobby, 4:30 a.m.
Oh, brutal.
They put me in a little tiny plane, and they fly me on a charter flight to the remote wilderness and drop me off where the rafting trip begins. And it's 288 miles of rafting through the Grand Canyon over the course of 7 days.
Look, I'm sure if that's the kind of thing you're into. And then they drop
you off back in Vegas.
There are people hearing you say that right now that go, "Oh, that sounds amazing. I would love that." And there are people hearing you say that right now that say, "That sounds like my idea of hell." And that, for me, I'm in the latter. That sounds like my idea of absolute
You don't think you would get
hell.
any enjoyment out of something like that?
Zero. The part in Vegas would be fun in the hotel. That part sounds fun.
The one night in a hotel.
Yeah, being up till 4:30 Vegas, that's a good time. Everything else after that?
You assume that I'm going to not sleep? I'm just going to stay up.
That's what I thought you meant. You said they pick up at 4:30. You're not going to sleep. You're staying up.
But the thing is, after I booked it, they send me a confirmation email with like the do's and don'ts, and here's what you have to know before you go. And I was like, it would have been nice for them to send me that before I had booked it.
Before you agreed to the non-refundable trip.
It was like, before you commit to this, here are some things you should know.
Oh, take a listen, because they sent a helpful instructional video, and I think already Allie is making a monumental, potentially catastrophic mistake.
Before deciding if taking a river trip is right for you, we want to demonstrate some of the physical requirements that you'll be expected to do on a rafting trip. You'll need to fit into our Type 5 life jacket.
Already,
Type 7.
Okay, shut up.
You failed the first requirement, which was fitting into their tight life jacket. What? It's unbelievable.
Hey, look, I looked at the videos, and there are some people that are not athletic that are doing these things.
You'll need to fit into our Type 5 life jacket.
I can.
Please get a video of you trying to squeeze into that life jacket. I got to see that.
And then sing the life jacket, give up.
Them holding you down.
Maximum chest size is 52 inches, and minimum weight is 50 pounds. You'll need to be able to securely grip ropes provided for handholds while running the rapids. You'll need to be able to climb on and off the rafts. You don't.
Okay, well, you know what? Those ropes, that's the thing that when we went to that Ninja Warrior thing, like your grip strength is really important.
Yeah, you don't have that.
And I don't have that at all. Like when you're going through over those rapids and things like that, it's not like I'm the one with the little shovel paddle thing. I'm the one holding on to the ropes for dear life, hoping that I don't fly off. Yeah, I don't have confidence that I can do that.
I think you assume you just get to sit on the boat and go, wee, but it's not like that, because this is one of those things where they want you to really work for it.
You don't have to look pretty getting on and off the rafts. You just...
Hey, you got that one.
Hey, I don't have to look pretty.
Hey, all right, it is for you. The trip.
You just got to be able to do it. 714 said, I have a friend that did that trip and loved it. And 323 said, every year about 10 to 15 people die at the Grand Canyon.
Jeremy, go ahead. You're on KROQ to give Allie some uplifting messages about her trip that she's planned for next year.
Hey, you got my name right. Okay, so I took my wife. One major thing you're overlooking is where do you poop? You're going to poop in an ammo can.
What is an ammo can?
You're going to find out. It's going to be awesome. You pee in the river and you poop in an ammo can. So have fun.
Thank you.
Do I have to carry that on my pack?
Absolutely.
Oh, my God, I have to carry my own crap with me the whole time?
This sounds like such a fun getaway.
Well, and also Katie was like, honey, there's open enrollment at your work, and I feel like you should buy extra
insurance.
Yes, because she's like, you will be the person who dies doing this.
Yeah, she's probably hoping that you don't make it back so she can cash in on some sweet life insurance policy. But I don't think those policies ever cover like extreme stuff. This isn't like
really?
This isn't like you fell into an elevator shaft by mistake. This is like you put yourself in harm's way. And I feel like a lot of times the insurance people are like, she knows she couldn't
oh man,
do that.
Katie's gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
You just have to be able to do it. You'll need to be able to navigate uneven terrain over sand and rock.
Nope. I'm not good at navigating uneven terrain. I'm so clumsy.
By the way, Allie's not good at navigating even terrain.
I'm not good at navigating anything ever. I can't even navigate a parking. I get lost at the Forum every
on
single
hikes
year.
And in camp. You'll need to be able to carry your own dry bag, which will include your 20-pound duffel bag.
And apparently your ammo can, which was not mentioned.
20-pound duffel bag?
20 pounds is kind of a lot, huh?
Along with the sleeping bag and ground cover we provide.
Oh.
Step over stuff onto other stuff that may be slippery at times.
Step over stuff onto other stuff. All right.
Well said.
I'm going to say Allie probably could do that.
This guy sounds so tired.
I just got...
This guy has only been sleeping in this tents for the last 20 years and taking these people like you on these trips.
Keep in mind that so far we have only pointed out the minimum physical requirements of a rafting expedition.
This guy sounds beaten down.
I know,
man.
he really does.
All right, well, congratulations, Allie.
415 said, everyone doesn't paddle on these, and there's no just holding on. Everyone is working, and it is very difficult.
Enjoy that.
You're going to be exhausted.
Sounds really fun. I can't wait till you get back from that trip. And
you get paid to work. Awesome.
No, she doesn't get paid. She's paying.
I'm paying to work.
She's paying to work. All right.
Getting paid to work also sounds awesome. I hope to do
that. We take
a
quick break. When we return, it's the third annual kickoff of the Search for America's Weirdest Relative. Just in time for Thanksgiving. If you have a weird relative you'd like to nominate, all you got to do is get on the phones now. 800-520-1067 up for grabs. We got 4 on the floor. 4 tickets. KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas on the floor for you and all of your weird relatives. So that is going to be coming up after this quick break. Allie, read the final text, and then we'll move into the weirdest relative search.
818, my lesbian friends did this trip. They're divorced now.
Yep. That's a real relationship tester right there. I can only imagine. Quick break. You see someone crapping an ammo can, you never look at them the same ever again, right? Because maybe you're in the mood for the in and out and who isn't, right? But the idea that you watch people as they sniff around, because everyone has that sniff going, man, it smells damn good. And then even if you get on the plane and you're not hungry, like a lot of times I'll get on the plane, I'm actually shockingly not hungry.
Or you just don't want the inconvenience of eating on the plane.
Right, but
I'll just save this for when I land.
No, but I smell. I'm saying if I sit there and I'm not hungry, but I smell someone else, all of a sudden then I'm like ravenous. I'm like, God damn, now I'm stuck in this metal tube and I got nothing and they're sitting there eating a double-double.
Yeah, but I also think that I love Jersey Mike's, and if I see somebody have that too, even if I can't smell it, I feel the same way. I'm like, oh, I want a Jersey Mike's.
People should have to put on like those feed bags like horses wear, where you can't even see them, like go to town. Can't see them or smell them, and just quiet. They should be like, they should take one of the bathrooms on the planes and just make that like an
eating room.
An eating room.
Oh, that'd be great. Then I bring food all the time. I get my own eating room.
Well, you wouldn't get your own eating room. It'd be a shared eating room. You'd have to wait for someone to leave for someone else to go in. But at least like then, people could just kind of do their eating on the plane and, without rubbing it in everyone's face. It doesn't have anything.
You'd have to have a time limit, though.
I stay in there.
Probably be right next to the bathroom, too. Gross.
Speaking of eating, guys, we are exactly 1 week and 1 day away from the biggest feast of the year. If you're a Thanksgiving fan, it's that time. Some people, believe it or not, have already started. I can't even believe it. I'm saying this. Some people have already, quote, started their prep for the big meal. Whatever that means, I don't know who these people are. They're cutting loaves of bread cube by cube to make stuffing. But they want to warn everyone that, once again, there are a lot of dangers associated with Thanksgiving. And it's not just that your turkey deep fryer is going to catch fire and your house is going to explode. That's kind of the big fun one. But the real one that's going to probably take you down on Thanksgiving is this.
Thanksgiving will be here soon. Gosh, said just 17 days away. Oh, wow. And many of us will spend hours preparing a turkey dinner.
Now, one thing you don't want to bring to the holiday table is food poisoning. And this
good old-fashioned food poisoning.
I disagree. That makes it very unpredictable and fun.
But this is the thing that happens whenever you get a lot of people together and someone that's maybe not a regular cook decides they're going to do a lot of stuff that they don't normally do, and food's sitting around because that's what happens. No one times it well, so something's just been sitting on the table for 4 hours, 5 hours, or sits on the counter all night, and then you end up getting high and come back in. You're like, whoa, big bowl of stuffing, and start going to town again.
Or you try to do something healthy, and that's all the stuff that has E. coli.
So this is what they're warning everyone about, that food poisoning is always the number one, above knife injuries. People do cut themselves, people do burn themselves, but it's the food poisoning that will probably take you down.
Is food poisoning. And this morning, Derek Dice is teaming up with Consumer Reports to reveal one thing that many of us get wrong that could make our guests seriously sick.
That would be a terrible...
She sounds so happy about it.
I know, she is excited about it.
And my mother-in-law would finally be dead.
What a psychopath.
Violent vomiting.
Rinsing off the bird. It's what many of us do with our Thanksgiving turkeys before they hit the oven. But spoiler alert, according to Consumer Reports and the USDA, rinsing won't make your poultry any safer. In fact, you may be doing more harm than good.
Whoa.
It's like a number one thing. I see people do it all the time. You take it out of that... take that turkey out of that, whatever that gross shrink wrap is.
And it's got that slime all over it.
Slime and blood and weird guts and stuff. So your first thought is like, I eat this at some point. I got to rinse this thing off.
Right.
It looks terrible.
But this, I will say, is another thing that I never do that now they're saying I'm right.
Rinsing raw poultry won't eliminate salmonella or other harmful bacteria that can make you sick. Only cooking it to 165 degrees can do that. However, what rinsing will do is increase the chances of cross-contamination in your kitchen.
There you go.
Nice. That's what it's all about.
Love some good cross-contamination.
That means you get all that grossness from that raw turkey on everything because you've rinsed it now. And then you're
going to put it on your cutting board or a different plate that you're going to use later for something else.
So at the end of the night, when everyone starts vomiting all over the gravy boat, you're trying to figure out what happened.
But the chicken and turkey were clean.
Yeah, everything was clean, but it was the cross-contamination, the silent killer.
That's because bacteria can easily spread to the sink, faucet, countertop, you name it. It's something home cook Marina Farrow has known for years.
If all of her quotes was just her vomiting.
Poor Marina Farrow.
She said every year for 7 years.
I don't like washing a turkey because I'm very scared of contamination. I don't like to put it in the sink. I don't like to splash anything because it just gets everywhere.
So how should you prep your turkey? First, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds with soap and warm water.
Oh, that old sing-song.
Yeah, Allie's not doing that.
Stupid.
Let's see how many of these things Allie agrees with. The first 20 seconds of washing before you handle it, zero chance, right?
Nope.
Right, because all that gets cooked off anyway.
If I have just changed a poop diaper or something, I'll rinse and maybe use some soap.
So nice. Who wants to go to Allie's house, huh?
If you want to remove that raw turkey slime, pat the bird with a damp paper towel, discard it, and then immediately wash your hands again.
Oh.
Double wash.
I didn't do the first one. I'm not going to do the
What am I, a
second
surgeon?
Totally.
And everyone knows that damp paper towel is perfect for the dog. Once you've patted that turkey slime off, the dog loves that treat.
And
right?
you just blot the slime with one side of the paper towel so that you can use the other side of the paper towel.
Reuse the other side later while you're eating to blot your face, right?
And then
I season it the way I want it, and I put it into the tray, and it goes into the oven.
And here's another warning. Be careful of those spice containers. Research has shown they can be covered in bacteria, which can easily spread to your hands and then the food you're preparing.
Yep. That's right.
The little spice containers?
Yeah, because you're touching the raw bird, and then you're like, oh, let me pick up some seasoning salt, sprinkle, and then you've got
all the bacteria is like seeping into the container?
It's all on the outsides. It's all just covered in grossness. Everything's gross. If you were to go in there with like Inside Edition with their little black light technology, like they do at all those hotel rooms covered in jizz, and they started going around your kitchen on Thanksgiving, they would probably find every surface is contaminated with something bad.
That's dirtier than your toilet, always.
Of course, always.
To play it safe, Consumer Reports recommends pouring seasonings into a separate dish beforehand and discard what you don't use.
Oh my God. What? That is a waste.
Not happening.
Look, yeah, that is not happening. I'm not wasting spices. I'm not washing another stupid dish. I'm not going to create a whole other bowl of spices that I'm then going to pick up and sprinkle like I'm a stupid Michelin star chef.
You know who's going to win the fight for a TV at Walmart later that night? The guy who is throwing up on the other guy. That's who's going to win. So you go into Walmart with a little bit of vomit in your system.
Ammo.
That right there is called fighting power.
You might also want to wipe down the containers after use. And don't forget to wash your hands before and after you check that online recipe.
Oh,
what?
Because now they're saying if you're constantly Googling or TikToking or trying to figure out what to make, you're touching your phone, which is also covered in disgusting feces and everything else.
Yes, and then I get the turkey slime on the phone as well.
Research has found your phone may be teeming with bacteria that can travel to everything you touch, including food. Be mindful of your sponges, too. Hotbeds of bacteria. Sanitize.
I mean, they're really ruining Thanksgiving, huh? These guys. Not a lot of fun over here.
Them in the dishwasher or microwave wet ones for 1 minute. And if they start to smell, that's your cue to throw them away.
All right, Allie, got to throw you away.
That guy in the background going, all right, enough of this.
All right, you've ruined everything. All right.
I would like to go sanitize and bleach my entire kitchen
Right now.
watching that.
Yeah.
Right now, before Thanksgiving even starts.
Good plan. Yeah. She's got to go.
Yeah.
And then I got to go.
All right, great. Wow. Sounds like they all got it.
And now we got to go.
And now we got to go. So there you go. Every part of Thanksgiving is covered in germs. That's a beautiful thing to think about, right?
You're going to be washing your hands 17,000 times.
It's an
They'll
OCD Thanksgiving this year on the world famous KROQ. At some point next week, if you're eating Thanksgiving with your relatives, you will probably look around the table and think to yourself, man, my family is weird. Or boy, that one relative over there has got to be the weirdest. And we give you the opportunity to prove it to everyone once and for all. Everyone loves to claim that they have the weirdest relative or relatives in America. But now is your chance to actually earn the title. Earn the sash and earn 4 on the floor for KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas happening at the Kia Forum on December 14th.
And we do have a sash.
We have a sash. Most importantly, we will send this to whichever relative wins. Here's how it works.
You can take them to acoustic with you if you want. You don't have to.
I wish you would, but understand that some of these relatives don't live in the state. Some of them are, quote, off the grid. A lot of weird relatives like to go off the grid.
Oh, my God.
For different
Remember
reasons.
last year we talked to a guy whose uncle, lived on a boat on a lake?
Lived on a boat, but the boat didn't work or something.
Yeah.
The boat couldn't actually leave, so he lived on a boat, but the boat couldn't go anywhere. That's a real weird relative move, right? There's different levels of weird for relatives, and I know that in a few moments we're going to meet all of the people on the phone right now, but before we can even start the official competition for the 3rd annual search for America's Weirdest Relative, Jake the Nerd did tell us yesterday that he is going to his cousins in the Central Valley for Thanksgiving. because he was, quote, born there.
I was born there.
And he said it's his birthright that he gets to go back every year.
I said it's known that I go.
It's known. And we asked him if he was actually invited or he just goes. And he said...
It's known.
It's known. Well, Jake, we did track down your cousin.
Okay.
Her name is Carol, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on one second. Let me get her on the phone. Hey, this is Jake, the nerd's cousin, Carol.
That's me.
Hi, Carol. Thank you for agreeing to be on KROQ with us.
No problem.
A couple of questions, and you please answer honestly. And you can say hi to Jake. Jake's here too, but honesty is what we appreciate on this show above all else. Is Jake invited to Thanksgiving, or does Jake show up for Thanksgiving?
Well, in our family, it's known.
What?
That you're invited.
How many members of your family say it's known all the time?
It's on our
It's on the family crest. It's known. It's fine. It's known.
It's kind of like this. We have a thing. Everybody's invited. It's just known.
Right. But if Jake didn't show up, would you be disappointed or would you carry on?
Oh, no. We'd be disappointed, but we would also carry on.
Right. And
how does that make you feel, Jake?
Follow-up question, because we weren't sure. You know how every Thanksgiving table has the one guy at the table that's kind of the one, you know?
The one.
Is Jake the one at your table?
Is that also known?
Well, yeah, he kind of stands out. I can say that.
Okay.
He's our entertainment usually,
right.
but,
like a court jester.
He's kind of a cultural experience for my grandkids.
Got it. So so he'll sit there
and they say, "Look at the freak."
And
I dance around.
No, it's not like that. I mean, well, maybe a little bit like that. But
okay. So Jake is if you had to pick weirdest at your own family's Thanksgiving table, it's Jake.
Oh, it's definitely Jacob.
Hold on, but am I the one or am I the fun?
And I would have to agree with that, Jake. He is the fun, but, if one of these things is not like the others, it might be him.
Got it. We got it. Okay.
Have any of your children or grandchildren complained and said, please, please don't invite Uncle Jake or whatever?
No, I mean, the opposite's true. They like him. They ask, is Jake going to be here this year? Because he's an oddity. He's different from us.
Because he's an oddity?
Because he's the guy with the dog in the backpack, right, Carol?
Unbelievable.
Right, exactly. Well, that's part of it. We know that Kibby comes as the package.
Mm-hmm. So just wanted to clarify some things that we were pretty sure of yesterday. He is the one. He hasn't been formally invited, but it's known that he can show up. But if he didn't show up, Thanksgiving would carry on as is.
All true.
Okay,
yes.
great.
And is it true that he takes most, if not all, of the leftovers?
Oh, yeah, he does. We send him home with leftovers. But, he lives by himself down there.
He's got a shack now.
He needs a taste of home.
Wait, but does he overstay his welcome, would you say, or the appropriate amount of stay?
No, he never overstays his welcome. He's always welcome. Mm. He does sometimes go on things he shouldn't go on. Like we have
the furniture.
And he'll,
Get off the couch, Jake. Exactly. That's for the adults.
What do you mean go on what?
Well, we might go shopping, Black Friday shopping, and he'll tag along. But I mean, he's
Jake?
Tag along is not a good term ever.
Here's what I've taken from this call. I've taken the following terms from this call: oddity, tag
and freak of nature. He's the entertainment.
Jake, are you you picking this up or?
I hear it.
All right.
We love him.
Right.
We love Jakey.
I bet he's so fun to shop with.
Oh,
it was fun.
Fun.
He definitely draws attention.
He draws attention. That's
wherever
what you want.
he goes.
That's what you want. By the way,
and he goes, I was born here, damn it.
Hard to draw attention in a Walmart.
Yes.
So many people fighting for that attention.
He
Carol,
can do it.
thank you, Carol, for coming on with us, and thank you for giving Jake a meal.
Thank you, guys.
All right,
Have
thank
a
you.
good day.
He'll be eating your leftovers, I'm sure, for the next 6 months. So, all right, Allie. I mean, if Jake doesn't win this thing, I don't even know why we're even doing it now. He's the weird one. It's great.
I love it. I love that she's like, yeah, he's a total freak weirdo. But we love him.
Oddity. A lot of people on the phones, in fact, every line is full, claim that they have the weirdest relative in America. It's the third annual search, just in time for Thanksgiving. Michelle, we give you the first word. Who are you nominating?
Hey guys, my uncle, my 60-year-old uncle.
I love starting off with an uncle, don't you, Klein?
Yes. Usually uncles do win this. There's something in their DNA. They're cut out to win this. That's Jake's an uncle, so you understand that will automatically up the weird factor by at least 30%. What does your uncle do? Go ahead, Michelle.
So he literally records himself fighting with this buff silicone doll, like on the floor. And then he literally makes us watch it. The weirdest part is when he's done fighting this thing, he'll clean it up, record himself cleaning it, and records himself putting clothes on the silicone buff doll that he fights.
Is this is it a sex doll? You keep saying a silicone doll. I think of like it being a sex doll, but you're saying it's not like that.
I hope not. It's like some buff, like silicone doll that he named.
Oh, I see. One of those like self-defense dolls.
Oh,
so
yeah.
all right. So he
took it off the stick.
Got it. So he took it off the stick. So your uncle will.
So he's defenseless.
Will fight the self-defense doll. You don't have your balance stick, do you? Not so tough now.
You can't stand up anymore.
So he fights it, then he videos it, makes you all sit around and watch the video, and then after the video, he cleans it up and dresses it, you said?
He dresses it. He puts clothes on this thing. Sunglasses, shirts, sweaters.
Okay, wow, what a start. Guys, this could be, I'm telling you right now, that
is amazing.
That is the first submission in the search for America's Weirdest Relative.
Especially that he does it regularly. Like, this wasn't just once he did it. He does it all the time and makes them watch it.
Make sure you write down Michelle's information, because I have a feeling that she's going to fast track to the finals.
I would love to see one of the videos, too.
Let's say hi to Gabriella on KROQ this morning. It's the search for America's Weirdest Relative. Who are you nominating?
Hi, guys. Sweet Dibbits.
Sweet Dibbs.
I wanted to nominate my cousin Seth.
Okay. What does he do?
He's a funky dude. He paints in his own blood.
What?
Whoa, dude.
That's weird.
And how does he draw his own blood?
He just cuts it on open. He'll drip it into like a little vessel, like a little container, and then he'll just paint on canvas.
How big are the canvases?
They're huge. Yeah, they're pretty big, good-sized canvases. He paints freaky stuff. Like, they all have different weird underlying messages, a lot of poems in them. Sometimes you turn the lights off and they have like a
glow message.
A glow in the dark. Yeah, glow in the dark message. And he uses media and
and that's like one of his artistic signatures, that he puts a little bit of his blood in every one of his pieces. That's kind of his thing.
No, he puts blood in some of his pieces. He signs all of his pieces as Satan. So that's his artistic.
Okay. All right.
That's what he's more known for. All right. And is he mainly writing the ransom notes? I mean, my God.
That's cousin Seth right there.
I wonder if he tries to sell them, or is it just like a passion thing, like trying to pawn them off on the rest of your family? So strange.
Hey, I got you something for Christmas this year.
Yeah. Another blood poem. Thank you, Seth.
What was Uncle's name, Vanessa? I want to make sure I'm addressing everyone properly. Uncle that fights the doll. Do we have a name for him, or just Uncle? Because I want to make sure that if cousin Seth, Uncle, these are all characters we're going to get to know over the next week until we decide right before Thanksgiving who wins this thing.
I wonder if he's like, I got to do a big canvas today, and then he just passes out.
Let's say hi to Marlon on KROQ this morning. Marlon, I would guess in most families, Marlon would be the weird one, but Marlon is calling to nominate a relative. Marlon, who are you nominating in the search for America's Weirdest Relative pre-Thanksgiving? What do you got?
It's going to be Aunt Sheila, the cheek biter, the face cheek biter, not the butt.
So wait a minute.
Well, thank you for clarifying.
Very important.
Aunt Sheila will come up to you and bite your cheek on your face.
Yep. I was around 6 years old the first time she did it, and it was definitely a core memory. She just comes up to you. She says hi. She bites your cheek. She goes, mi cachetona, which means my big cheeks. And, yeah, she bites your cheek.
And she still does that to this day, or only when you were 6?
No, to this day, last Christmas, she did it to my cousin while he was eating his tamale.
And then when she bites, she's really leaving teeth marks? A real bite?
Oh, she's biting into a ripe apple practically.
Okay, oh my God.
Is it like a prolonged, like, is she biting and holding, or is it just like a quick, like, ow?
No, she holds.
Wow.
All right, that's an interesting.
Did that baby just get bitten by your aunt, or?
She's about to. Give me.
All right, hold on 1 second. That's now we've got an uncle nominated, a cousin nominated, and an aunt nominated.
I mean, that's the trifecta right there, Klein.
Of weird in the family, it's always going to be aunt, uncle, cousin.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the.
That's the holy trinity.
Let's add Hector, who's got a nominee for America's Weirdest Relative. Hector, which relative of yours are you nominating? We're only doing a few more of these today, but don't worry, you'll have a chance to get to us throughout the week. The grand prize is 4 on the floor for KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas. What's up?
Good morning. I nominate my uncle, another uncle, Louis. He likes to urinate in a bucket, like during family functions, anytime. But the thing is that he goes outside when he does it. Instead of going to the restroom, he goes outside. And, it's gotten to the point now where the neighbors see it. So now we're known as the family with the uncle that pees in the bucket.
That's a terrible reputation to have.
Can't come back from that.
And he brings his own bucket from place to place, or he just finds a bucket? Or
No, I think it's the same bucket, so it's weird, man.
That is weird, but that's very uncle move right there. Guy likes wilderness, apparently. Some people
why have a bucket? Just pee in a bush.
Did you ever ask him that, Hector?
You know what? We don't know, man. We're trying to figure it out. Why does he pee in a bucket?
Well, you can ask him. I mean, it sounds like you've been around him long enough.
I think guys have sometimes weird pee habits. Like peeing in a bottle, peeing off your balcony. Guys have weird stuff with that.
Yeah, you don't have a bucket unless it's like a necessity.
Jimmy on KROQ, nominees for America's Weirdest Relative. This is only round 1 of nominees. We'll do another round tomorrow of first round nominees, and then we'll pick some finalists, and they can battle it out. We'll actually meet these relatives next week before we decide who actually earns the title. Jimmy, what do you got for us?
I got a crazy aunt and uncle. They both live in a trailer park in Arizona. And one year they had Christmas, and he decided to show up as Santa. And let's just say Santa brought his own snow and was offering cocaine to people.
Oh.
Children or other adults?
We were like over 18, so it wouldn't be children.
Oh, he was offering to his relatives. You see, your uncle dressed as Santa says, I got a bunch of blow here. Who wants it?
Exactly.
All right.
Hey, that could be weird or awesome depending on who you are.
Nellie, we give you the sorry, that's sorry about that. I hung up on someone. Nellie, we give you the final word in this round of open nominees, round 1 of America's Weirdest Relative. What do you got?
Sweet dibs.
Sweet dibs.
I'm nominating my brother, the booger roller.
What does he do?
He likes to roll his boogers. He picks his boogers with his shot-off pinky, first of all, and then he rolls them up and throws them at people while he's driving.
Oh!
Wait a minute. He has a sawed-off pinky?
Shot-off pinky. He shot his pinky off, so it's all, bent and deformed, and that's the finger he chooses.
Oh, well, don't bury the lead here. That's a pretty good place to start.
How does he shoot off his own finger?
I don't know.
So
nobody knows.
He's a weirdo.
So,
we don't ask these questions.
So he's got a mangled pinky that he then uses
that
to
is
pick
perfect for picking.
Pick boogers and roll them, and then what does he do after?
It's like a little hook finger. So
okay. All right. Wow. I mean, Allie, I heard all the buzzwords today. Hook finger, pee bucket.
I mean,
this was just round 1 of America's Weirdest Relative Search. We'll continue tomorrow, and then we'll give away some tickets. This is KROQ.
It was a Friday night.
Show. We'll be back in a second with your ADD news. Get into a brand new hour of the show. Another challenge for the Sleeper Bowl. If you're not sleeping well, fear not. We're going to fix that, and we'll do it all after this.
Klein Alley Show.
The world famous
KROQ Klein Alley Show in our studio right now. This is very exciting. We just heard the Killers on KROQ, understandably. Apparently, the Killers are opening up for this band that's in our studio right now at Lollapalooza. Please welcome back to KROQ. The Wolves of Glendale are here. Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Hey, Klein. Hey, Allie.
Lollapalooza, Bonnaroo. I mean, you guys, honestly, to be honest, when you were first on with us and we were the first radio show to give you any love at all, you were all losers, right?
Yeah. We were depressed, down on our luck.
Bunch of hacks.
Yeah, bunch of hacks.
That's right. Now we are giants of the industry, titans.
Gods.
Yeah.
Golden
Selling out shows.
music gods.
Pappy and Harriet's. I mean, that place must hold 7,000 people.
I think so.
Minimum.
Oh, yeah.
With the plus ones, forget about it.
Yeah, it's over 10K easy.
Easy. Now you got all these lineups, all these big festivals, doing comedy rock. There's so many. Think about the bands over the years. The Weird Owls, they've done it successfully.
Tenacious D.
But you can count on your hand maybe how many really good, funny bands there have been. Not that many. So you guys, smart move, getting into a very, very
Thank you.
kind of
niche
non-competitive
market
space.
that's usually not very successful.
Right.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah, it was definitely just an economic decision on our part.
Yes.
Right.
We
are
weren't
very
forced into this.
sensitive singer-songwriters normally,
Yeah.
and we just thought there were too many.
Yeah, I mean, there are too many. What do you think about this headline that Rolling Stone gave you? Wolves of Glendale bring joy to audiences one idiotic song at a time. Is that what you were going for when you had the vision of this band to begin with?
Honestly, yes. That's kind of the mission statement. It's like, how can we make the dumbest thing possible sound as good as possible?
Right. It's like, what if the Killers were dumb?
Yeah, that's good. If they didn't feel things or have depth, what would it sound like?
Exactly.
Right.
Well, we're going to get to a new song that you're going to play for the first time ever, and this is very exciting. But like a lot of the world these days, you've gone country. You've sold out already. You know that's where the money is. So you've got a song about a horse, and we'll get into that in a second.
Obviously.
But like, if you think about some of your previous inspiration, everyone can agree we universally all hate the idiot driving around the streets of Southern California that feels the need to have the loudest car on the entire road, which is why you guys gave us this monster hit, Loud Ass Car. That's a real place. It sounds like you guys know way too much about that, but if you know anyone that's got a loud-ass car, you may want to send them that song. Wolves of Glendale, a band you should get into if you're not already. They give KROQ credit for helping to break them and popularize them with the masses, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And just thank you again for introducing us to the Troubadour Club.
That was exciting. Their big album release,
Amazing.
and I couldn't believe I didn't think there would be anyone there. I was shocked when we went there. I said, "This is going to be so sad. I have to go up and
You're
say."
like, I'll be able to find parking at the Troubadour finally.
I said I'll park right in front, and then there was a packed house, and people love these guys, and they had celebrities there. It's funny you mentioned Tenacious D. What's his face? Kyle from Tenacious D was right there in the crowd. Dr. Demento, radio legend, was there as well. I mean, these guys have real big
Paul
fans.
Giamatti was there.
Celebrity fans.
Yeah.
Is that
Paul
true?
Giamatti.
Brad Pitt.
Lenny Kravitz.
That's
I
made
love
up.
fine wine and Wolves of Glendale.
So one of the other things, Allie, because we're going to have to take a break in a second, but they do like to go through all of the mean comments people have made about our radio show. And this is one of the reasons we like to have these guys in. They take some of the meanest things that have been said about us on the Instagram comments, etc., and they turn them into catchy songs so that you and I can experience real reviews from actual listeners.
Yeah, well, like they said, what if we could take the dumbest things and make them sound as good as possible?
Right.
What if we can hear some of the meanest things in the best way possible? Will it soften the blow?
Probably not, but they tried this last time, and it made me still... It
made you laugh and hurt
It
equally.
stings because the songs are so catchy that I'm singing about why people hate me
And then
all
you
day.
have your own insult in your head for the rest of the day.
So they've done it again, and they'd like to play a few songs about comments about our show that they've written music for, and then we'll, of course, world premiere and play that new song, Ricky, which we're excited to share with the masses. But go ahead, guys.
Have you heard of the Klein and Alley Show? No. Consider yourself one of the lucky ones.
That sucks.
And by the way, I should mention that once again, we had to not do certain comments because they were too mean.
Oh, yeah.
So these are like some
you
of
sent
the...
us options, and we were like, well, I don't think we can sing about that. People really hate you guys, and that's awesome.
You have standards.
Some of them, they do come after us our physical appearance get made fun of a lot.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
For a radio show, which is interesting.
Yeah, one more into break. One more. Well, now they're putting this stupid thing on YouTube. People are watching it. But okay, go one more into break. break, and then we'll be Wolves of Glendale in our studio.
Klein and Alley show is totally inappropriate. Do more better. Not that you can.
Do more better is a real. I mean, that's a
That little shaker, it just makes you so happy and sad at the same time.
I carry it everywhere I go.
When we return, Wolves of
You get
Glendale
pulled
here
over?
to get you into the weekend. They got the shaker on the ready. They got a show coming up, I should let everyone know, happening at the Brea Improv. That show is, I should know, June 12th. But if you want to go see them this weekend, Pappy and Harriet, and then Lollapalooza, if you're off to Chicago, you'll see them there as well. happened between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. this morning, just after we're off the air. Call Nicole Alvarez immediately and win yourself some tickets to KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas, December 14th at the Forum. Tickets on sale now. Some left at Ticketmaster.com. Get them before they're all gone, or win them from us at KROQ when you hear us play Smashing Pumpkins again sometime between 10 and 11 a.m. this morning right here on KROQ. But first, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. I wonder what the wait times at Disneyland are.
All right, I have your weekly Diddy roundup because there's never a dull moment. There are a few headlines to cover. Number one, his cell was raided the other day by prosecutors, and they took a bunch of notes that they had found in his cell, thinking that it was going to help them with their case. Very damning evidence, according to them. But now they've been ordered to give it all back because the search itself violated his rights, because everyone really cares about his rights right now. So that's a point in the Diddy column. But adding to the many points against Diddy are more allegations that, I mean, there's a lot of different things going on. Suge Knight claims that Diddy did it with Bieber and Usher. That was according to him. Then there are
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
Suge Knight claims that Diddy had a sexual relationship with Bieber?
Not a relationship, but like that he did stuff to them. Like without,
oh, my God.
Yeah. But again, these are all allegations. I don't know
Alleged.
how much. Yeah, these are alleged. So I don't know. This is like what he is saying. Then there are a couple of other people, a man and a woman, both claiming that they were drugged and that they were sexually assaulted by him. One of them says that she was 18 years old, and these security guards escorted her to a black SUV limo. And then Diddy was waiting there with some people in his security team. She was handed a drink. The drink made her feel dizzy.
Oh,
then she like, you know, was asked to do things that she didn't want to do, essentially. And the guy claims that at one of his parties, Diddy's parties, he was drugged and woke up with pain in the, you know,
go ahead, say it.
back there.
Yikes.
As Klein would say, rectum and anus.
That's not good.
Not good.
We have,
but then there are other people that claim all these people are lying and that this is a huge extortion scam, that people are just trying to get money from Diddy, etc.
We have a woman joining us on the show next hour that claims she was at multiple Diddy parties, and she's starting to now tell some of the stories of things that went on there from someone that was a true insider, and she's going to be calling us from London next hour right here on KROQ.
Which is great because a lot of people are still afraid to even talk about the things that they saw at these parties. It's crazy how many allegations there are and how many people still are not saying anything.
Yeah, we'll be taking you inside a Diddy party through the minds of a woman who's been to quite a few of them, who will be on with us next hour here at KROQ.
All right, you claim this is your dream, Klein, robbing an armored car, and this guy caught up with him later on. 38-year-old guy in South L.A. He was a member of a notorious robbery crew called the Chesapeake Bandits, and they are now very well known for a Valentine's Day armored truck robbery that happened 3 years ago. They were able to steal quite a bit of money, and it seemed like they got away with it, but now they have just been, well, he specifically has been arrested, and now he's facing life.
So if he's facing life, someone must have died in the robbery, right? If he's facing life, because I don't think it's a life to steal that amount of money. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's not. I guess that would be called that's grand theft, right? It's 100,000, over 100,000. But to be life in prison,
they had guns.
So armed robbery.
Mm-hmm. And then the next day he attempted to sell the gun that was used during the robbery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing anything about death, though.
It's a huge penalty.
But I feel like a life sentence is like, you're right, like only when people die.
It's usually because the prison systems are so overrun. But think about that. I mean, just for a moment, you feel like you got away with a crime, and 3 years later, and then get busted for that crime. I'm sure he blew through the money, I would think.
Oh, yeah, I would think so.
Grand theft in California is anything over $950.
Well, it was well over that. It was like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
$160,000.
And he was threatening to kill people, during the robbery. Yeah. But I also it made me think
larceny.
of that.
Thank you.
That bank heist. You know that big bank heist that happened? It was like around Easter time, and they robbed like $30 million.
Yes,
you remember that?
Yeah,
and
that was a good one.
They haven't found those guys.
Oh, they still haven't?
I was looking it up right before we came back on, and I can't find any updates on that case.
That was crazy. That was the Easter Sunday heist or something like that. They went in,
and then it was like they were done and gone before anyone even knew.
Poof.
And then it was like Monday morning, everyone was back at work going, "Oh, we got robbed." Crazy. All right. I know we just talked about, and two, a lot of people with weird relatives that they're probably going to see this year. But according to a new study, a shockingly low number of people are hosting Thanksgiving events this year. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, less people are going to less holiday events this year. And now there's really not as many people that are hosting traditional Thanksgiving dinners. And I know they always say, oh, it's going to be a record amount of travel, and AAA says it's going to be the most people ever. But when you look at the actual numbers, there's not as much stuff to go to. So where are people actually going? Are they just going places?
Yeah, I think people are looking at it like I got a 4-day weekend here. I don't know I necessarily want to sit across from my aunt and eat yams. I'd rather go somewhere fun.
Right,
so
exactly. And you're not doing a traditional Thanksgiving this year, and
going
you're
very
kind of a trendsetter.
Non-traditional, avoiding family. I mean, I'm taking my kids, of course, because
Can't avoid that, family.
can't avoid that. But and we're just going somewhere, just to go somewhere. But
That's
I don't
nice,
think that
because that's freeing. You don't have any obligation.
feels freeing. But we'll see if I feel that way 15 minutes into
It
the
also
road trip.
feels expensive.
Yes, it will. Very much so. Let's get into a brand new hour of the show right now. We got a good hour planned for you. Keep it locked here on KROQ for all sorts of goodness that starts right now.
Klein Alley Show.
I love your show. I listen every single day, and I love how y'all rip on each other. And listeners call in, and they rip on you, too, and it's just all in good fun.
Allie is like the sweetest little fairy.
We can't stop playing pickleball. It's the drug of choice.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Hell yeah, welcome to just after 9 o'clock on a... What the hell's today? Wednesday. Getting closer and closer to feasting day. Start stretching your stomach. Get ready to throw down all that food. We got a decent hour planned for you. Going to meet a woman in just a few moments that has been to not one, not two, but quite a few of the Diddy parties that everyone's talking about. She'll give us her take from inside the Diddy parties, what she witnessed, what she thought went on, what she thinks was not okay, and I would imagine other questions that we will have and you may have as well. 800-520-1067 to join us on the text line. Also, this hour we bring back Day 3 of the Sleeper Bowl. No one is apparently getting proper sleep anymore. We have all forgotten how to sleep. As a result, sleep is big business. Between the melatonin gummies, the THC and the CBDs and the sleepcations and all the stuff people are doing to try to sleep better, we're trying a brand new method every night. We tried the 10-3-2-1. That was a fail. Last night we tried the Navy SEAL method. We will report on that. This guy tried that method as well.
Hey, Klein and Allie. Just woke up. I did the Navy SEAL thing where you put your legs above your head, and it worked. And it did work. I did combine that with 3 glasses of wine, but nevertheless, success.
I don't think the Navy SEALs drink 3 glasses of wine when they do it, but it's worked for them. So we will give you our results on day 2 of Sleeper Bowl and give you what we'll be trying tonight. And I think it's worthy of others getting in on it. If you're not getting good sleep, you're feeling tired right now, and probably you are.
Try things out with us.
You got to try them out with us. Maybe you find the next thing that will give you good sleep. And with good sleep comes good everything else, right?
That's what they say.
Good looks, good health, good energy.
Really?
Apparently, I don't know.
Sleep forever.
Clearly, none of us are getting sleep. So we'll get into all that next on KROQ.
A little bit of loneliness, a little bit of disregard.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. If you're tired right now, fear not. We're going to solve that for you because all week long we have welcomed you to something that we are calling the Sleeper Bowl. The Sleeper Bowl is the greatest techniques, according to science, that will help you sleep better starting immediately. Are they working? No. For us so far, no. But, I don't know how last night went. Everyone seems a little bit more rested today. A little bit more rested today.
I think I'm just starting to get so little sleep that I'm getting, cracked out.
People love talking about how little they sleep. And if you do sleep next to a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, I feel like a lot of times you turn over and one of the first questions you ask in the morning is, how'd you sleep?
That's every morning.
And when someone goes, not good. Even
and
if
then you just go, oh, no.
Yeah,
Sorry.
even if you slept okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to say, I slept great last night.
I know, yeah.
Very rare. It's very rare, but it's a cool thing when you can connect and both of you be like, you know what? I actually slept last night.
Mm-hmm.
Today we'll be not assholes to each other.
But every night, I don't know about you, is kind of an experiment of when's the right time to go to bed, what's the right thing to do right before you go to bed. My wife tends to go, okay, if I go to bed at this exact time, I know that I won't wake up and eat something in the middle of the night.
Listen, the 10-3-2-1 zero method, which has worked for some people, did not work for us. But
it worked for zero of us.
I didn't do it correctly, and that is, of course, if you were not listening earlier in the week, it's where you cut out caffeine 10 hours before bed. No caffeine. You got to do the math on that. Then no food or drink 3 hours before bed. No work 2 hours before bed. No screen time 1 hour before bed. And the next day, you hit snooze 0 times. Alarm goes off, you're up. That supposedly is what is the front runner now in the method that people are most using. Yesterday, we tried the Navy SEAL method last night. I went in my bed, I got backwards, I put my legs up on the wall because supposedly it's all about the blood flow going from your legs.
So why did it go backwards then?
Why? Because I didn't know where else to prop my legs up, Jake, so I just turned around and put my legs up on my wall.
I tried that. You have to do so many pillows for it to go above your heart.
Yeah,
I tried one pillow, then I tried two, then it was so uncomfortable that I turned around and did what Klein said. I did the backwards thing where I put my legs up on the headboard, but then my knees started hurting.
I didn't want to put my nasty feet on my own pillow. I thought that was gross. I thought about it for a second. I was like, why am I going to put my gross feet on my pillow? That's gross for me.
Yeah, well, my feet were kind of draping over, but then eventually I was like, this is so uncomfortable.
So I did it because I said if the Navy SEALs can do it and they sleep, then probably there's something to this. And I was already kind of tired, and also I did take a couple Tylenol PMs last night.
You can't do that. You can't mix and match your sleep.
Well, I needed sleep. I needed sleep last night because I didn't get any the night before. Because my fire alarm went off twice the night before during the 10-3-2-1.
I told you not to take sleeping pills.
I know. But I did.
But you don't. Okay.
Okay, but I had to last night, so I had to sleep.
All right.
So I don't know if the Navy SEALs helped or the Tylenol PM helped. But
did you fall asleep right away?
I fell asleep pretty quickly, but I was still up. I still wake up at 2 a.m. in a panic.
You do?
Always.
So that's what you got to. You have to find something to get you over that hump.
Got to get over that.
Yeah,
thing.
because the falling asleep is one thing. The staying asleep is a totally different thing.
In fact, I had a crazy dream last night that I was a Navy SEAL being shot at, and it freaked me out. I woke up in panic.
And you were like, at ease. I tried it, and then I didn't fall asleep right away. It was very relaxing, and I was about to fall asleep, and then all hell broke loose with my kid, and he ended up sleeping in the bed with us. So if we have a sleep method that is having a toddler kick your stomach all night, we don't have to try that one because I did it already, and it does not work.
818 says, my sleep method that works for me is I make lists in my head. I pick a category and just make a list in my head as long as I can possibly make it until I fall asleep. I had one thing.
That sounds like it would give me so much anxiety.
Right, because you start doing real lists. I think they're just doing fun ones, like animals, and they just go to town and start doing animals.
Oh, no, I would be packing for our trip.
Ways in life I have failed my parents. Start doing guilt lists and stuff.
Parts of my body I don't like.
Someone told me at one point that you start at the number 1,000 and you just subtract threes and keep going in your head.
Oh my God, you have to do math? Why can't you just count?
And I got to I think I got to 997 and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Well, also, you're supposed to literally count how long you're breathing. So you're breathing in, you're going 1, 2, 3, and then out.
Listen, people are taking the Sleeper Bowl very seriously. Everyone's got their theory.
Hey, sweet Davis. So I'm laying down and, trying to go to sleep. And I know you guys have your methods and everything, but I want to recommend mine that works 100% of the time.
Now, this guy sounds
exhausted.
Like he
or
really,
still asleep.
Yeah, either he's really well rested or not well rested at all.
All you have to do is when you lay down, close your eyes, is count down from 100. just in your brain. And what happens usually is that you kind of just end up drifting to sleep before you ever reach down to zero.
False. I've tried that before.
I have too.
I get to zero, and then I start again. I get to zero again.
And it might be a little difficult to count down from 100 because some thoughts might get in the way and all these random things pop in your head. But take a deep breath, start from 100 all the way down. I guarantee you will fall asleep before you reach down to zero.
I kind of want to just hear that guy's message. I feel like listening to that guy talk is almost like one of them sleep stories.
It is kind of like a sleep stories. But
he's got that soothing sleep voice. I like that.
The problem is I am able to create an anxious link to anything.
Most
if
people
it's like
can't.
counting down backwards from 100, I'm like, this is my bank account. 100, 99, 98. It's going down. Why is it going down?
951 says all you got to do is eat a giant spoonful of peanut butter right before bed. It helps tremendously. My method
Why would that help?
is just be physically exhausted from doing 10-hour shifts, doing manual labor. You'll fall asleep fast. You guys are soft, sitting around yapping.
Yeah,
do some
physical exhaustion is one
manual
thing.
labor. Today, the sleeper bowl method we will give you is this, according to science. Science supports the habit of falling asleep to stupid podcasts.
Oh, hey, this is our comfort zone.
Listening to a show that is stupid and does not force you to think in any sort of real deep way can be just the right amount of background noise you need to fall asleep.
Oh, that's what actually I've been doing for years.
Most of the related theories around sleeping with background noise, fall asleep find that there is a baseline of soft, mundane noise that makes it more difficult for sleepers to be jolted awake by sudden abnormal noise like a car honking outside or a phone buzzing or any of the other things that would usually wake you up. If you get used to falling asleep to noises, your body is less likely to be like spooked by a noise and wake you up.
Oh, interesting.
Human voice podcasts are the latest thing people are using as technological sleep aids. Research shows you're looking for a calm host voice. Huh? Hello?
Hello? But this isn't like a famous podcast that you would actually want to listen to, like Mark Maron or something like that.
No.
Right? Like this is just a dumb, bad podcast that's just like an amateur trying to make it.
Mindless, meaningless banter, similar to what you're hearing right now on KROQ.
And you can get in podcast form.
Right. You can find our show in podcast form. And we have had people that have called before and said that they fall asleep to the show in podcast, and they actually have weird dreams about the show. So general content, which I guess is what we thrive in here, is
general content.
Is
wow, that's our category.
Is apparently perfect for you. So today we will all pick a dumb podcast. You want to play a clip of something, Allie?
Sure, I did find
a random dumb podcast to play a clip from. Let's see if it makes us tired. Join us Tuesday morning for an all-new live show and more. Okay, great. That's just us. That's perfect. I'm already tired. Survival. You pick up this person here. We got to do this. Did you pay that bill?
To the point where you kind of feel like strangers again.
Yeah, strangers and or roommates. See, I'm tired already. I couldn't listen to that.
That
boring. Excuse me, not boring. The wrong answer.
General content.
General content podcast. Klein Alley Show specifically will help you get better sleep. There's your sleeper bowl. Back in a moment with a woman who's at a ditty party and lives to tell the tale. That and more next.
It's beginning to look a lot like
the 33rd annual KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas, Saturday, December 14th, Kia Forum.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Hey, it's Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins. All day on KROQ. Win tickets to see us.
This is Jim from Jimmy Eat World.
Hi, it's Nick from 311.
Hey, it's Jacob Knoll of Sublime.
KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas.
AWOL Nation, Beck, Franz Ferdinand, Baby, and Linda Lindas.
We'll tell you a song to listen for. Hear it, and caller 20 wins tickets to the 33rd annual KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas.
Presented by Dane.
Proceeds benefit Carlos Ninos and Al Wooten Jr. Youth Center. From Monster Tour Water, straight up water, nothing else. Visit monstertourwater.com to find a store near you.
He goes to a pawn shop near where he lives in Highland Park. And this is where we met Mama. And then we met
Mama.
And then we met Nonya, which we think could be.
Nonya.
And then we also met Krala.
Koala.
I didn't remember it being so desperate.
Koala.
Yeah, that was like, I've had enough of Jake.
Yeah.
I need somebody to rescue me.
That's her god.
This is every time he shows up with a box of his stuff, which he thinks are valuable. She wants no part of it, and she just tries to pass it.
I remember what's up with this guy?
Oh, yeah.
What's up with this guy?
Yeah.
This guy is very weird.
The guy's very weird.
It's my favorite.
Look at this.
I didn't remember that one.
She really hates, she hates Jake. KROQ, Klein Alley Show. A lot of Diddy talk. It's hard to go a day without a Diddy update. We don't really play a lot of Diddy on KROQ. Don't think we ever have. But people seem obsessed with the story, and especially as more and more people are now starting to speak out about what's really went on inside those parties. We got someone on with us now from London, England, and her name is Precious Muir. I believe that's a real name, unless it's an alias. She's going to give us some of the inside as to what went on there. And if you got questions, and you may, get them to us on the text line, 800-520-1067, so we can get some of the intel that took place inside the Diddy party. We know in the news, we just learned his cell just got raided.
Yeah,
in prison.
They found some notes and stuff, but they were confiscated. And then there are more allegations coming through from people, men and women, who claim that they had things slipped into their drinks. So it just the allegations keep rolling in.
Let's find out from someone that was really there at multiple Diddy parties from the other side of the pond right now. Precious from London, hi.
All's well over here in London town.
Is it gloomy or wet now, or both?
It's not wet, but it's very gloomy.
It sounds about right. Here in L.A., it's sunny always, as you know, and you know L.A. because you are one of the many people that have been to not one, but a few Diddy parties.
That is correct. Are we just jumping straight into it then?
Well, it's interesting because we've been talking about this for many months. Even though there is all this evidence, there really aren't that many people that are speaking out about their firsthand experiences.
Definitely. It's something that at the time, I would have been afraid for my life. But as time has gone past, what prompted me the most was when a handful of people did decide to speak up, other celebrities, other public figures, and they were kind of saying, well, no, it's a normal thing. It was fine. The party was fine, and they never really saw anything. And I'm like, well, what party were you at? Because I went to several of them and they weren't fine. They were adult environments, as well as saying, well, you know what? We need to speak up and say something because the victims need to be believed.
Similar to you, I also used to work at Playboy, believe it or not, but I was never invited to a Diddy party. How did you originally get on the guest list? How did that happen?
Well, I guess you have to look like me, my love. That's the way to get invited.
You're probably right about that.
Well, you were also an aspiring model, right? So getting invited to these parties was very attractive to a lot of, models who were trying to get their big break.
Definitely. It really wasn't an option. Anybody that says they had an option as such to say this exclusive party where you can be around A-list celebrities, executives that can book you for jobs. There is no way your agent is going to go, well, it's okay, you can turn that down. So you were encouraged to say, listen, if you really want to make it in this business, you need to attend these parties.
What was expected of you at these parties?
When you're in it, you don't realize what you're there for, other than what you said to your girlfriends who are attending or girls that you've just met on, the party bus or in the SUVs, right? So you're just like, hey, we're going to a party, we're going to socialize, we're going to network. But obviously, looking back now, we were eye candy. We were there to make the party look good. We were well dressed. We were looking, sexy. We were there to have fun and basically be around these people. That's what it was. But then I've also heard that some girls were being paid to be there and stuff, and that was a totally different situation. Restaurants would ask us to attend for free dinners, through a VIP host. We would be accommodated in establishments all around New York, LA, Miami, and so forth. Like, that's just how the industry was. They want to make the crowd beautiful.
Man, I wonder how many free things you've gotten over your lifetime.
The amount of meals that they probably haven't eaten that were there for them. Oh, God.
Like, for example, when we went to the Hamptons, accommodation was provided. SUVs was provided to and from Manhattan to the venue. Whatever it was, we were taken care of. We never had to come out of pocket for anything. And so this is also appealing to a young girl who is just making it in the model industry.
Did you personally hook up with anyone you met at a Diddy party or see people hooking up at the parties?
Yeah, I mean, I dated definitely basketball players. I dated NFL players. Relationships did come out of it, but being pushed into an environment where it's constantly fueled with drugs and, this is around me and I'm a person who doesn't do drugs. So this was another thing I felt like I was being bullied because I was like, hey, I don't do it. I don't mind what you're doing as long as it's something you want to do. I would always tell the other models, be careful. Don't take anything you don't know. Just don't get yourself in a situation where you can't be in control.
Did you have specific interactions with Diddy? And like you mentioned at the beginning of our chat, that at the time we kind of thought these were all fine, but then they weren't fine.
Yeah, like for me, I said it even at the time. Why would you have children at an event, even though it's during the daytime? We knew that this was an adult-only environment. There were things going on there that children should not be seeing. That was something that was flagged to me immediately. I saw that with my own two eyes. I mean, what am I going to do? Go up to Diddy and go, hey, why has your guest got kids here? Like, it wouldn't go down so well. And then obviously that's phase one of the party. Then obviously the phase two, phase three, and whatever else goes on. If you want to participate, then you obviously are going to be involved in that.
So if you're staying for phase three, then you're in it going all the way with, whoever else is there.
Well, I think you can't be just watching on the sidelines, in my opinion. Like, why would you still hang about? Like, you're going to have to be participating. I mean, unless somebody is convincing you to stay or has made you feel like you had an obligation to stay.
There's been a lot of negative stuff about the Diddy parties, but if you had to pick the one best thing about a Diddy party, what was it?
The best thing about it was meeting people that I had never met before. I met people that I used to watch on television. I met household names. I met people that I never thought in my career I would ever meet. Your mind is blown. You just never think that you would be in something like that. An experience of a lifetime.
Precious, thank you for sharing some of this with us here on KROQ. Fascinating to get the inside look at what was going down at the infamous Diddy parties. And thank you for when you're in LA ever again, you want to stop on by. We cannot send you SUVs, but you're more than welcome to come by and hang out on the radio show.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you can send something. I mean, it would be nice.
No, we
I've
cannot.
send a bicycle.
We'll send Johnny to pick you up in a Honda.
On a Lime scooter.
All right. Have a good one, Precious. Thank you.
Have a good one. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.
Klein Alley Show. Some Foo Fighters for you as we wrap things up. Hand it over to the great Nicole Alvarez. Final reminder, maybe she'll tell you, maybe she won't, but between 10 and 11, you're going to hear a Smashing Pumpkins song on KROQ. And when you hear that song, oh, you better be the right caller. 800-520-1067. Get some tickets to see Smashing Pumpkins and all the other bands at KROQ's 33rd Annual Almost Acoustic Christmas. Happening sooner than you think. The 14th at the Forum. Get yourself some tickets before they are gone. Ticketmaster.com. Try to win them from us here. But the important thing is that you are there no matter what. We'll do some takeaways from today's show. Some goat line calls we never got to.
Hey guys, Sweet Davis. I know you guys don't do shout outs, but I was wondering if you guys can give me a happy birthday out there when you guys get the chance. My name is Ben, last name Dover. Sweet Davis.
I don't think we're not falling for that one. But happy birthday, Ben Dover. Oh, damn it, I fell for it.
Oh my gosh, you silly.
Walked right into that one. Unbelievable. People trying to get us to say dumb names on the air.
Again.
We don't do that.
Hey, Sweet Davis. I know you guys don't take song suggestions, but I want to see if you guys can play Amber by 311 for my girlfriend. Her name is Ulick, first name Eileen. Thanks, guys. Sweet Davis.
Allie, you want to give that girl the...
Eileen?
No, last name is Ulick, first name Eileen.
Okay. Eileen Ulick?
Oh, you walked into that one, didn't tell me.
Yeah, that's so funny. Whoops.
God, we're such idiots. We fall for all these stupid
Yeah,
names.
it's so cringy.
The best was the Peloton instructors, because the Peloton instructors they weren't in on the gag.
They were like, Mark Hunt, happy birthday to you. And they're like in the middle of biking. They're all out of breath.
Well, we're out of breath, but we have no reason for it. All right, so let's do some takeaways, and then we will officially get out of here. We got that bonus pod to get to today as well, if you want even more of the show. And I don't know how you possibly could, but we will be dropping the Klein Alley Showtime, a uncensored, totally raw look at what goes on after the show. If you want to get that, it'll be available for download soon enough as we walk down the hall and do another exciting episode of Klein Alley Showtime.
All right, 626. My takeaway is Klein's wife is a member of the X-Men.
Yeah, she's got that weird mask with the red light. Not sure what it does, but it scares the hell out of me. That's for sure.
Name?
No Oral Lady.
Very scary.
949. My takeaway is pretty soon Allie will be pooping in a coffee can.
That's right, on the river.
Let's see. 818. My takeaway is portable breast pumps are the modern day flasks. 818. R.I.P. Uncle Leslie. Damn you, meteors.
Damn you, meteors. They're going to take out my great Uncle Leslie.
Let's see. 626. My takeaway is Allie loves only white things.
Loves white things. White water, white people taco night, white noise. Allie's all of her favorite things in the
you're
world
actually right.
are all white. Racist. Racist.
And 626. My takeaway is Klein. Flip your phone.
Got to flip my phone. Vanessa's in my ear all day. Wrap it up. Flip your phone. Wrap it up. Tomorrow on the show, we'll take more of your nominees. If you think you have the weirdest relative in America, another round of nominees tomorrow. If you want to get them to us ahead of time, you can slide in the DMs, Klein Alley Show. Once again, up for grabs, 4 on the floor. You and all your weird relatives on the floor. I'm sure that's what the bands would love to see. They'd like to look down there and see an uncle peeing in a bucket right there at the Forum. If you want to be a part of America's weirdest relative search, just go through your family tree. Everyone's got a nominee in there somewhere, and let us know who they are tomorrow. We'll do another round of nominees for that. More tickets for KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas, and some other things that we still haven't figured out yet. What's your takeaway, Jake the Nerd, from today's show?
Turkey slime napkins make good dog treats.
Yeah, they sure do. Dogs love the turkey slime napkin. Don't throw them away for Thanksgiving. Dogs like to hack on those. Allie, your takeaway?
My takeaway is if you want to stay relevant, get injured on a rock.
All you got to do. Jay Leno did it. We're talking about him still. Omar not here today, but he's going to take us out, and we'll do it again tomorrow and try to do it better. Stick around. 40 minutes nonstop KROQ, and your acoustic Christmas tickets coming up in moments on KROQ. Go ahead, Omar.
That they feel that that you know they feel that
World Famous KROQ.
Us. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hey, guys. How was the show today?
What did you
What
win?
was your favorite part?
What did you win today, Vanessa?
Oh my god, stupid.
What'd you win?
Thank you for the compliment. It's really cold in our office, so we always have to be warm in here.
What's up, shotties?
What happened?
Very cool coat. Yeah, can we get a fit check really quick, Vanessa? Vanessa came steezed out today. Everybody look.
I came
check
to
the drip.
just be warm.
Head to toe. Look it, okay?
Jacket, sweater.
From where? Where's the jacket
Yeah.
from?
I think Goodwill.
Oh, Goodwill coat, little 360. It's a nice length.
Sheen.
Okay.
Cider.
Cider, okay.
Vans girly forever.
Ooh.
Bitches.
Low socks though. Hold on. Low sock. Hold on. Low sock warning. Everybody knows the higher the socks, the downer the food. Vanessa's got some low socks.
No.
That
Low socks
that
or
is
ankle
sus.
socks.
Look at my socks. Look at these socks. Hold on. Let me show you these socks really quick. You see how high these socks are?
Boo!
Look how high these socks are. The higher the sock, the downer the food. Always keep your socks high. Stop wearing booties. If you know somebody that's wearing booties or ankle socks, be a true friend. Tell them, hey, this isn't 2007. Get those little ankle booty socks off. Put some stockings on. Nice long socks. What's up, Bang
I'm
Gang?
a size 5.
Don't give away your shoe size.
Someone said 4.5.
Shoe size is 4.5
You're
kids.
kind of not wrong.
Kids 4.5. I have a big foot.
Guys, at 10 a.m. Oh, wait. No, just kidding. Shower time isn't live anymore. We're going to do shower time. So remember to go.
Yeah, sorry, guys. We're
listen
not.
on the podcast. Listen to shower time because they get explicit. Is that the word?
We're not going to stream it either. We can't. Like we mentioned before, we don't have the infrastructure to really stream any of like shower time yet. We're looking into it, but we definitely will. It's definitely in the works to start streaming it. And
we have a lot of things in the works.
don't give away no sauce. Don't give away no secret sauce yet. We like to surprise you guys. We like to keep you guys on your toes. Because if we just tell you everything we're going to do, then we become predictable. And when you become predictable, you become boring. And when you become boring, you're stale. And nobody likes stale. Unless you're Jake. Because he likes eating stale, disgusting food that's been out all the time. Because as you know, he what?
Jake?
He eats it.
He eats it.
He eats that.
We see you. Where is Omar? He is maybe on vacation. I'm not truly sure. But he's here, but on vacation.
Am I sick? Yeah, I'm sick AF, bro. With allergies.
Omar is alive.
Or maybe I just have a common head cold. Or maybe I just decided to sleep with my window open on accident.
He doesn't wear a mask because I might have gotten him sick.
Yeah, she actually high key. Yeah, that's hey. My pickle. My brother.
But
hey.
the thing is, we all get sick together here.
Yeah, one person gets sick, it's like you kind of just accept
so
it.
You just go with it.
And Vanessa always gets me sick because she's got like the poor immune system. So, you know what?
I don't know why.
It is what it is. Hey, chat, drop a couple green hearts if you're coming to Acoustic Christmas.
Green hearts.
Green hearts in the chat below. Hey, we still have tickets available to Acoustic Christmas. Go ahead and snag those up right now if you haven't.
Did you guys see that the Google?
Oh, she's trying to say the Goo Goo Dolls are going on tour. They just announced.
How cool would it be if they were our surprise guests? I'm just.
So why don't you slide? Well, put your arms around me. What you feel is what you are, and what you are is
beautiful.
Oh, you want to get married?
Put your hands around me.
Little world. Look at all them green chats coming in right there. How mad would you guys be if the Goo Goo Dolls were the actual surprise guests? Not mad at all.
Also, we don't know if there's a surprise guest, but I'm just throwing it out there into the universe.
Yes. Don't hold it against us.
Again, my next surprise guest in my brain would be like, no doubt. I love Gwen Stefani.
She's
if
beautiful.
You hear me, KROQ, make it happen.
Chat, we can't wait to see you at our KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas. We're going to be doing a live show, pre-show before the actual Acoustic Christmas. We're going to be on the concourse. All of us are going to be there. I'll be there. Klein, Allie, Jake, Kibby, Vanessa will all be out there. We want you guys to really come too. Please, please, please come and party with us. Last year, I'm not going to lie, it was pretty packed. You might want to get there early as soon as the show starts, as soon as our show starts. And we want to see all the net bangers out there. We want to see all the Bang Gang. I'll make sure
the net bangers, all the sweet divots, blah, 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 blah. Oh,
Got
Special
all the stickers
guest.
coming too.
Special guest.
He comes in early now because he likes to get his camera time. Look at this.
Klein.
Oh snap!
Say something, Klein.
Give us a little ditty. Give us a little ditty.
Ditty about what? Were you guys just singing Slide?
Yeah.
You want to sing with us? Do you remember that song?
Who sent me this? We got a
Ooh,
present.
and unpacking.
We got it's called unboxing.
Oh. An unboxing.
What do we got here? I hope it doesn't suck.
It looks like it sucks.
Klein's doing an unboxing from a PR company that wants him to promote something.
That's tea.
He got teabagged. He got teabagged.
I thought it was weed. I was all excited. But
Boo.
Shout out to the tea company.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. They're gonna go do Shover Time. Please download it. Listen under wherever you listen to your Spotify.
Drop a blue heart if you're gonna stream Shover Time. Chat. Show me blue hearts.
It says you still have the tag on your sweater. It's coming through.
There's no tag.
It's all over the text line.
No, it's not.
Yeah, read the text line.
Do you still have the tag on your coat? Did you just buy it?
No. I told you it's from Goodwill. No tags, guys.
Vanessa came dripped out. She's got a.
Guys,
this
hack,
fit.
life hack. Get your coats at Goodwill. I got a All Saints jacket in Goodwill. Those are $500. I got it for $15. What's up, bitches? I don't know what I'm saying.
Vanessa's a little coked out right now. She's a little too.
What do you mean?
You're a little too.
Do you mean I'm a little tired right now?
She's a little loopy. Look at all these blue hearts coming
What
in.
did the blue heart mean again?
Everybody's gonna stream Shover Time. So
Shover Time.
we got about like 5 more minutes till we get out of here. What's
5
up?
more minutes?
I love this part of the show. I love.
Okay,
when we
let's
talk
do it.
to a guy. Vanessa's outfit looks like she got a job. Like she's a corporate baddie. She got a job. She ready
Okay,
to show up.
listen. It's cold in this office, okay?
Hold on, look it. I'm cold too, but look it. My fit's saying something different. I got
Okay, yesterday's fit was casual. Today, I'm a corporate girly.
North Face, just to let the people know that I do not hike and I don't do anything outdoorsy. I'm just bandwagon on that. Tim's laughing at that.
Tim
and shout out to our boy Tim.
Shout out to Tim.
Hold on, everybody drop a red heart in the chat for the homie Tim. Tim is the mastermind behind all the YouTube, all the streaming,
Shout out Tim.
all these sick graphics that you see on the screen, all the little ads that come up is all because of our boy Tim. And he does all of the daily videos too. His name is Tim. He doesn't get mentioned on air, but we want to show him love and we want you guys to know that this is the guy that makes this all happen. And he really took this project off the ground and he's running with it and it's going really great. So drop a red heart in the chat for my boy Tim. Netbangers, you guys owe everything to Tim. Tim is the genesis of this whole operation, and we really appreciate and love Tim. Yes, Flood. Look at all those red hearts coming in.
Another person's gonna come. Who's
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, special guest! Special guest! Special guest!
Hello, everyone. Hello, stream.
Say what's up to the chat.
Hi, what's up, chat? How's it going?
Oh shit! Hey, do a blue heart for Poogers. Chat, drop a blue heart for Poogers really quick.
Bloogers, give me some bloogers.
Give me some boogers from Poogers.
Someone was saying that you still have your tag on your sweater.
No,
that was you texting that.
No, I saw it in the chat.
She ain't got no tag on her.
I don't have a tag.
Today, Vanessa's dressed like a sassy businesswoman from New York City.
I needed a code. It's cold in here.
She doesn't want to go back to her small hometown for the holidays where she runs into a dashing, good-looking guy who runs a small business and thinks that she's too stuck up for this town.
No.
You really watch Hallmark movies, huh?
I just needed a code.
That's what ever happens in every movie.
Onions. Oh, another person's joining.
Make space for his boobs.
No.
Make space.
Flash ass.
Oh, hey, corporate, dog. Hey, yo. Look at his face. He's like, what the hell?
Can we get a purple heart for Jake? He loves purple. That's
purple heart.
That's his favorite color. Purple.
Give me the perps.
Okay, a pink heart. Pink heart for Jake.
Your letter we got from a prisoner?
Yes, we got a letter from a prisoner. We have 2 minutes left, guys. Jake, you got 1 purple heart.
Oh, yeah, you got no love for Jake.
We got 2. You got 3. No.
It's on the same person.
Oh, Jake.
Oh, here we go. Now Jake's
saying
some love.
We got a couple of hearts. Yay, you're love.
All right, and now a letter prisoner has sent us. Go ahead, Allison.
So this was sent from prison in Oregon. And this guy's name is Trinidad. And these are just some of the letters that we get from people every day at KROQ. Dear KROQ management staff, just want to say that guys are the best, but then it adds you. You guys are the best. This prison is on the border of Boise, which is the capital of the state, as well as being the biggest city. Anyway, all our TV channels and radio stations come from Boise, but you guys are the best. They got nothing on KROQ. This station is so... then it talks about other station in Boise and how lame it is. And but KROQ doesn't play stupid ass commercials, and your river station ain't got nothing on KROQ. Well said. Thank you, KROQ. Happy Thanksgiving. And thanks is in quotes. Sincerely, Trinidad Padilla. And that is an inmate at the SRCI Interstate of Oregon. I wonder what he did.
Inmate.
I wonder why they don't
You
give
don't
him
know
full
we read
pages
your
of
letter.
paper.
I know, this is like a half page of paper. And it starts out really good penmanship, and then it just gets like kind of crazy at the end.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
But I want to know what he
would
did.
have writing like that.
And he starts talking about all these different artists: Wet Leg Cannons, Band of Horses, Japanese Breakfast, Dayglow, The Marias, Gang of Youth, Monsters of Men, etc.
Yeah, he's
a
about
big
2 years
music
behind.
butt, yeah.
All right. Well, it's proof that we do get fan mail, and mostly from inmates and weird prisoners.
I don't have decorations, but I do put them on.
Oh, Jake, you feeling yourself? Give him that little light skin look right there. You just did like.
All right, I think we have to go do shower time.
We're gonna do show time. Let's go. Bye. Drop a blue
guys.
heart.
Thanks
See you later.
for listening
Timbo,
and
let's wrap this
watching.
up.
Thank you, Tim. Bye, everyone.
We know you didn't ask for these videos, but you're watching them anyway, which means you truly have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
So let this be a moment where we tell you to get your life in check.
Maybe you're still listening, or maybe you've completely checked out, or you're pretending to work at your desk right now. For whatever reason, thanks for watching, and we hope you watch more.
Yeah, and if you're supposed to be doing a different job right now, this is your friendly reminder to shuffle some papers and act annoyed and do things where you go like, oh, God, I'll get to this eventually, because that's what business people do.
Is that what you think business people do?
I assume so. I've never had a real job.
All right, so click like, subscribe to this or the podcast, or you can listen to the live show where you can't see our faces, and trust me, that's a bonus.
That's right, because this is what we also look like on the radio.
We don't look different.